Welcome viewers, I'm RxOliver and these are my friends, and tonight we are playing Paranoia XP Edition, and this scenario will be called Three Blind Mice, and I believe it's been written by our friend computer for the evening, Mr. Bradley. As you can see, I am with some wonderful players tonight. Top left on your screen, you've got the wonderful, the amazing Miss Emma. Say hello, Emma.
Hi.
Next to Emma, on my right hand, where he should always be, is my main man, the nerdy coach himself, Mr. Chris Kidd. And new to the team, and on his second game, he's jumped straight into the Games Master seat playing friend computer tonight, Mr. Bradley. Bradley, thanks so much for running this for us. I will now hand it over to you. The stage is yours.
Alright. Greetings, troubleshooters. Welcome to Alpha Complex Sector RI. This sector, like all sectors in Alpha Complex, is of course controlled by our friend, the computer. The computer is all-knowing and all-seeing. Alpha Complex is a utopia. We know this because the computer has told us so, and to question the computer is treason. You have recently been promoted to Red Troubleshooters. What are troubleshooters? They find trouble and they shoot it. What is red clearance? Well, previously you were infrared clearance. Now you're one step further up the ladder, which goes all the way through the rainbow up to ultraviolet. What does this clearance mean? It's very simple. The computer, our friend, has made life easy for you. Anything which is coloured of your clearance or lower, you can touch and interact with. A yellow banana, you could not touch. A red apple, like the one you were recently given, the first real food you've ever had, that you can touch, that you can eat. You've added red to your world, in addition to the greys, blacks and browns which made up your whole world, the corridors, your clothes and your food previously in this utopia. Now, I'm sure we all know what treason is. It comes in two forms. Insubordination, which will earn you a treason star. If you get 5 of these, then you'll be executed for treason. Insubordination includes impoliteness, being unhappy, disobeying the computer, questioning the computer, contradicting the computer, acting outside of your clearance level, disobeying those with higher clearance, damaging or losing Alpha Complex property, turning off your communicator on a mission, tardiness, harming citizens of Alpha Complex, falsely accusing someone of insubordination, and being a registered mutant. There are some acts which will bypass the treason stars entirely and mark you for instant termination, such as using an unregistered mutant power, being in a secret society, falsely accusing someone else of treason, lying to the GM, whoever that is, and killing citizens of Alpha Complex. Alright, so there's the intro spiel kind of done. I'm going to jump into, as Bradley now, a little bit of rules and the likes, because I know Emma's not played Paranoia before. Chris and Oliver, you're new to this edition. So, first of all, Paranoia comes in 3 kind of flavors. We've got the Zap, Classic, and Straight, which kind of indicate the tone of the game. So, Zap is utter chaos, all jokes, all you kind of do what you want. If anyone does anything slightly amiss, any slight treason or anything, then you just shoot them and move on. It's just kind of a chaos, very high slapstick game. Straight, conversely, is way at the other end of the scale. That's like the perfect Orwellian nightmare, a ruthlessly brutal and efficient computer which has created a perfect police state, and it's very kind of oppressive feel. And then Classic is the most common way to play Paranoia, which is somewhere in between, where executions and things still happen, but you need to be able to justify why you're doing it. You can't just shout treason and shoot someone like you can Zap. You need to be able to explain your actions. Generally, it's better to justify the treason before you start shooting, though in certain circumstances you may want to shoot first and answer to the computer later, but it will make your case worse. So in this game, a little bit tighter control on the chaos, but there's still definitely going to be some. Absolutely. Clones. You're all on clone number 1. That's the 1 in your name. You've got 6 clones. And once you lose your 6th clone, which would be impressive in a one-shot, that is your character done with.
Yeah, Chris, very impressive. Imagine doing that, eh?
My record for number of deaths in a single session of Paranoia is 36.
Oh, nice.
Which
very nice.
Yeah. So, all right. PvP etiquette. So, this is a semi-PvP game. You guys have shared goals set to you by the computer. There's certain shared things you want to do, including survive, presumably. But then you also all have like secret missions, and also you'll see you may see people doing things which are insubordinate or treasonous, and therefore need to act against your fellow troubleshooters. It's very important that you don't get annoyed at the player. It is their character which is doing these actions. When Chris shoots your characters, it's important not to get annoyed at Chris. It's important instead plot revenge against Chris's character. It's also important to note that if your character dies and goes on to a new clone, everything is forgiven of your old clone as far as the computer is concerned. So it definitely scrubs out all treasonous thoughts. It definitely gets rid of all mutant genes. If you discover someone was in a secret society and then they come back in their new clone, you must presume that clone is not in the secret society, even though it definitely is. Because if you presume it is still in that secret society, now you're defying the computer, and that's treason, and you're going to get in trouble. Secret messages. So Paranoia often has secret messages, but we have an audience. So I would like. It feels a bit rubbish for them to be completely out of the loop on some of these secret messages. So I've come up with a elegant system. So you all get one secret text message to me. So where you can do that is in the Roll20 chat. You can type /w /GM space and then a message, and that will come to me. You'll get one of those. You can practice doing it now if you want to make sure it's working properly.
So /W.
Yep. Space
GM.
Space whatever it is you want to say. Yeah.
Now,
so in theory, you guys.
Worth noting, Bradley, that when I record games, the viewers get an Oliver eye view, so they will see my secret messages that I sent to you. The viewers will, other players will not.
Yes, that's correct. So we've got those two now. So okay, yeah. So you guys have all now used your one secret message. Brilliant. If you want to send more, so that's your free one. If you want to send more, you need to spend 10 perversity points, which is quite a steep cost. But for other secret messages, so that the audience can kind of appreciate what's going on as well, just say, I have a secret message for you, Bradley, and then everyone else has to stop listening. And if there's any evidence that they may have eavesdropped on this private conference, then we'll make sure they're punished accordingly.
We have a mechanic for this also, Bradley. If you as GM want to say, if everyone but such and such can take off your headphones, we will then turn the volume down and so we can't hear it, and then you just do a thumbs up for us to put them back on.
Nah. Keep your headphones on, just don't listen. I'm sure it'll be fine. All right. So, last thing I want to say before we go into the catch sheet is just how the game is actually physically played. We use a 20-sided dice, and you will have a number of skills, which we'll get to in a second. And what you're looking to do is roll under that skill. So your skill is 7, you're looking to roll 7 or less on your dice. And you're going to have a big list of skills, which we'll go into in a second. This is where perversity points come in. On any roll, you can spend perversity points. I'm going to say after the roll. I think normally you have to spend it before, but I'm going to say after the roll. You can spend perversity points to change the number and increase your success. So essentially, you're increasing your skill number. So if you had that skill of 7, as we just said, and you got a 4. No, sorry, it was rolled high. So you got an 11, sorry, so you're missing it by 4 currently. You spend 4 perversity points and increase your skill by 4 to 11 temporarily for this one roll, and now you succeed.
It's roll the number or under to succeed.
Yeah, you're looking to roll low. But rolling low is good. All right. Any questions at this point? All right. So,
Quick question. So the perversity points, are they a finite? Obviously, they're a finite number. Do they refresh at any point?
So normally they would refresh probably like between sessions or
So not in a one shot.
I've given you all missions, so everyone has everyone has 2 missions in the public information section at the bottom left of their character sheet. These are the missions given to you by the computer. You probably don't, but if you were in a secret society, then on the right in the secrets, you would have some missions from your secret society. Probably no one has that, so but some of these have in the brackets on these missions there are rewards, and some of these reward you with perversity points. So everyone's got repeatable ones, and everyone's got like harder ones, which are kind of one-off payment. Everyone probably also has a power stunt one, which lets you use your mutant power in new and exciting ways if you unlock that. I'm not tracking these. I've got enough to do. If you complete one of your missions, just give yourself the reward. You keep track of that. That's fine. Also on the catch sheet, I've taken over the ticks box. I'm not bothering with ticks today. But that's your damage tracker. You'll see you should all be on OK with a little slash next to it. So if you get damaged, then we'll
Where's that?
That up. Various things. Yeah.
Where's that on the sheet? Sorry,
that's at the very top. I'm going from the top down now.
Yes,
so you've got your name, and then you've got a ticks box, which you're using as a damage box. You've got a service group. This is like your job when you're not a troubleshooter. If you have any questions about what that job actually is, then just let me know. We'll skip past skills for a second. We're going to do that last. After skills, we've got mutations. So this just says what your mutant power is. There's a tick box for registered mutant. So if you use your mutant power and you are discovered, then that's instant treason, instant execution, unless you register your power. If you register your power, then you get 2 treason stars, so your treasonous behavior is less tolerated, essentially. But it means you can use your mutant power without getting any treason stars and without getting instantly executed. So you know what to consider if you want to do that or not. Then there's that secret societies thing, which again, probably no one has it, but it would say what their secret society is. It would say your rank out of 20. High numbers are good, sort of indicating how senior you are in the organization. The instructions box would tell you the philosophy of this secret society, and the recognition symbol would give you some kind of signal you can give to other members of your secret society, but that's not going to come up at all. Because no one here is in a secret society. Equipment, you've got 3 boxes. Personal on the left. So the first 3 items you'll get with every clone. So if your clone dies, you will get those top 3 items back. Then you've got 2 items in your personal equipment based on your job. The assigned gear in the next box is the equipment that your equipment officer will give you. And then your treasonous gear on the right is 1 piece of equipment based on your secret society, which you shouldn't have. All right. Any questions at this point?
No.
I do, mostly about my job, the service group.
Yeah.
The service group part. What does volunteer collection mean?
So it means finding volunteers for testing various things. In practice, this means getting a big net, grabbing people off the street and dragging them into an unmarked van and taking them to a laboratory.
Hello, little one. Do you want some candy to be coming?
It's not so much. It's not so much.
Hey, you have,
Yeah.
Oliver Love, time to put myself a point.
They're volunteers, not volunteers. All right, we're gonna do skills now. Can everyone roll me a 20-sided dice, please?
Yeah.
A what?
A 20-sided dice.
Oh, lucky 13.
All right, so can everyone put the number they just rolled into the box labeled management under skills? No, Alexa, not you. That's fine.
Alexa always wants to play.
Is Alexa?
Right.
Is Alexa the other friendly computer?
Yeah, oh my god, it is. All right, now can everyone? Oh no, sorry, I've already made a mistake. It's half of that number. So,
Half of that. Rounded down or up?
rounded up.
Okay.
Sorry, half of that. I was like, I was looking at 18 and being like, oh gosh, that seems high. Why is that so high? It's because there's a halving step. We forgot.
Yeah.
All right, everyone roll d20 again. And then again, you're going to halve it. And if it's less than 4, like Emma, yours is just there, it goes up to 4. The minimum number is 4.
Ah, okay, so me and Emma get 4s.
Yeah.
Is that the next skill down?
In stealth. So that's
Oh, going
stealth.
across. Okay.
A 4, you say.
Yeah, so you got 4 in stealth. Yeah.
I didn't know I was going to have to do math.
So you've got a 9 there in stealth. Go on again. This will be your violence skill.
Oh, yes, here we go. I want a big one. 12.
Okay.
Oh, it's half to 6, so it's not great.
And then what's in that roll again? This will be hardware, which is like equipment, physically interacting with mechanics, that kind of stuff, like physical pieces of equipment.
6, 3 is 4. So what was that? Hardware?
That's hardware, yep.
I don't see it.
So yeah, minimum 4. And then software. So software is
hardware's
not
here,
physical
sorry, yeah.
equipment. It's so using computers, hacking, doing research.
I got it. So a 4.
Ooh, I got 10 for
Yeah,
that.
so 4, yep. 10 for that, okay, good at that.
Why
And
did
then
you
lastly-
keep giving me big numbers? Dude.
Yeah, you're rolling very well, Chris.
That's 9, Chris.
Yeah.
Round it up to 18, and then it's 9, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you round it up to the even number first, Chris, it's easier, eh?
Yeah.
And
And
now
one more for wetware, which is organics. So things filled with blood.
5.
Oh, thank God I got an easy number that time.
That rounds up.
Yeah, it's not-
You get
Yeah,
the 4 on that, though,
minimum
Chris,
4,
because the
yeah,
minimum's
minimum
4.
Just like that. All right. Brilliant. So now we are doing skill specializations. So basically, if you think of it a bit like D&D, those numbers we just rolled are like the main stats, so like strength, dexterity, that kind of thing. So whenever so if you don't have a relevant skill, you'll just roll that. So say for example you wanted to sneak around and you don't have sneaking, you'll just roll stealth.
Mhm.
But you might have a skill which makes it better. So everyone has a specialism in energy weapons, which means you add 4 to energy weapons. So in the energy weapons box, take your violence skill, add 4, and put it into your energy weapons box.
Also, you add the violence, so if my violence is a
4,
10,
4 violence plus 4.
yeah, so if my
is-
violence is a 6, I'm putting 10 there. Okay.
So 13 for me, right?
Yes, 13 for you, yes.
You got 9 for violence,
Alright.
nice. You're the happiness officer and you've got 9 for violence.
Absolutely.
Love it.
Yeah, I'm very
that'll be
trigger
fun.
happy.
12 for you, Chris, in energy weapons.
I'm the combat officer and you're both better at energy weapons than me already. I love Paranoia.
Yeah, these are your roles are not necessarily what you're good at. They're just what you're responsible for. All right. So now we get to choose up to 6 more specialisms. So they can be anywhere you like. And you can choose, as I say, up to 6. You don't have to choose 6. You can choose less than that. But you can choose up to 6, and they will add 4 as well. So say you chose to take hygiene, then you would take your management score and add 4, and that is your hygiene skill.
Can you do 2 in the same?
No, you can only choose
Only
no,
one
only
in each field. Alright.
So I can't choose like the 2 in the same. It has to be 1 on each, right?
You can have them in the same category, so that you could have multiple violence. Like you could just go all in on violence and take a whole bunch in violence.
Yeah.
But you can't like take agility and then take agility again to get a +8 total.
Yeah, so I've done interrogation
Okay.
and intimidation from that side.
Yeah.
As the combat officer, and I'm going to do hand weapons, unarmed combat.
What is Moxie?
Moxie is hang on, just find myself. It's yeah, Moxie is being charming, I think. Chutzpah's...
Isn't that Chutzpah? Because Chutzpah.
Oh, no, sorry. Yeah.
Chutzpah's your
Chutzpah's
personality.
being ballsy.
Ballsy, yeah.
And like getting like suggesting outlandish stuff and getting away with it. Sorry, Moxie's like
I'm also taking
streetwise and being a bit like slang and like a bit innuendo, that kind of thing.
All right.
What's a hand
And
weapon
we
and what's a
can-
field
we can
weapon?
take 6.
Hand weapon is a weapon you hold in your hands,
Melee.
like a sword,
Right.
or melee, basically, melee. A field weapon is something which is a kind of cone or like an area weapon. So like if there's
Flamethrower.
yeah, flamethrower, exactly, or like a laser cannon which shoots through multiple enemies in a line.
So I'm going to take that instead of hand weapons then.
Okay, cool.
So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, including energy weapons. Yeah, I'm done.
Cool. So you're taking the full 6, and Emma looks at you. Got 1, 2, 3, 6, 6. Emma, you've taken. Oh, yeah, you've taken all them. Brilliant. Taking all 6.
Yep.
Chris, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Chris, you could take 1 more if you wanted to. I think.
I'm just reading through the other ones here. It's the math
Oh.
on the adding 4 that's getting me here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess that like I usually have to count for 9 plus 4, so I get you.
Now, we were to put these 6 all within the action skills, not the knowledge skills, right?
No. This is action and knowledge. Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't even considering the knowledge skills there.
Aha.
I mean, you know, your best skill is your best thing is a knowledge skill in software. I'm sure you don't need it. You can move them around. That's fine.
RX is sitting here being like, "Oh, I got my homework done first."
No, I haven't. I've only looked at half of it. Fuck. Oh.
It's like that day when you come to school and they're like, "Did you do both sides of the sheet?" And you're like, "There's another side."
Yeah, I'm going to take
Yeah,
off
and then
interrogation,
everyone
take one
is being
down
like,
here.
yeah, and then everyone is just like, okay, oh yeah, I just added these plus these, and then I took the root square, and you just wrote how your next D&D game is going to be like.
I'm going to put
Alright,
weapon, weapon and armor maintenance.
And weapon and armor maintenance. That makes a lot of sense given your job, and you've removed another one from somewhere. Yeah,
Yeah, I took
Alright.
integration off.
brilliant. So you've all taken 6. You may have noticed, the canny amongst you and our viewers may have noticed that I said you could take up to, but don't have to take 6. Why would you not take 6? Well, now that you've all taken 6, that's locked in. You now all need to choose 6 weaknesses. Now, don't worry, Chris. The math's really easy on these ones. It's just 1. So you're going to choose 6 skills, which are set at 1.
Right, okay.
And they must be in the same group as the specialty you took. So, for example, Oliver has taken 2 management skills, so you must choose 2 management skills to be weak in, and they're set to 1.
Okay, oh, yeah, right. So I've got to suck at 2 of these, I've got to suck at 3 of these, and I've got to suck at 1 of them.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna have poor hygiene. That's funny.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say I've got a suck at bootlicking as well. I don't take orders well. I like that. Right. One. Oh no, I've got the old one. 2, 3. Yeah. And then one down here.
I'm very bad with economics. I got financial systems as a weakness.
Okay. Yep, done with that.
Cool. Has everyone done that?
I've one more.
Okay.
Looking at the knowledge skills, I'm like, there's no way he's going to make me use all of them. Surely I'm safe dumping on one of these, but paranoia. There's nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing's guaranteed.
When you're playing Paranoia and you start getting panic because the DM might make you want to use Scam Radar.
Chemical engineering, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Brilliant. Last thing to go over, which we're not going to assign now, is narrow specialisms. So these are general specialisms or something. So narrow specialisms are more specific than these skills. And when you take a narrow specialism, it's the skill plus 6. And so, for example, you might take a narrow specialism in flamethrowers. So rather than using the field weapons skill, you would say you had a violence of 8. You'd normally have, if you took field weapons, you'd have violence, you'd have 12. You can instead take a narrow specialism in flamethrowers, which means when you're using that specific field weapon, it's going to be a total of 14, because it's 8 plus 6 instead of the plus 4. You don't get a weakness for taking a narrow specialism, so there's no downside to taking the narrow specialism. You've just got a limited number of them. You've got 6. You're allowed to take them during play. So to speed things up now, and because why would you not take them during play? We will just take them during play. So you've got 6 of them. You can add. There's a little add box at the end, at the bottom of the skills. You to add the narrow specialisms as we go. So if you find something and you're like, I want to use this
Laser
kind of
gun or a
thing,
flamethrower or something, then
Yeah,
that would be a
exactly,
nice
then.
specialization.
Yeah.
Yep, cool.
yeah, like a specific vehicle or dealing with a specific group of
Motorbikes.
people. Or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
All right.
Nuclear
Can I put
devices.
singing? Can I put like singing
Yeah,
on?
have an hour specialism of singing, absolutely. All right, so you guys have been dispatched. You're on your way to Sector RIP for your mission. You are in an elevator which is going down into Sector RIP. I leave it to you. What are you doing?
I'm singing.
Okay.
I am cleaning my gun.
On the side of line. Turu, 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 turu. Always look on the right. I go
Can
on
you
like that.
give us a singing roll, and Derek, give us a hygiene roll.
Hygiene roll. Haha, brilliant. Haha, brilliant.
You asked me for an input value.
What was it doing now? That's if you're spending diversity, I think. Just always do 0, because I'm letting you spend diversity after the roll. Right.
Big
So
roll?
yeah, a negative 18 margin of success on your hygiene roll to clean your gun.
Oh, okay, there.
And okay, so we've got a beautiful song going on, very catchy. Some Monty Python tunes going on, which is good because the elevator music, there's no elevator music provided here. And as you're kind of bopping along, I think, Derek, you accidentally shoot yourself in the hand.
Oh, nice.
So you can go ahead and move your damage marker to injured.
What do I do? Just write
Yeah, just put
something.
slash or whatever.
Yes.
Whatever makes sense to you. That's what yours should say.
Oh dear.
Oops. I love how you gave me a hygiene rule and not a weapon and armor maintenance rule.
I could have done that, but you had a 1 in hygiene.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Oh, you said you were cleaning it. You didn't say you were maintaining it. So yeah.
You're a good friend, computer. You've played this before, like.
And what is Vasily doing? What is Vasily doing?
What is our fearless
Currently
leader doing?
currently checking all equipment that has been issued to the team to make sure that we can complete our objective.
Right.
While you do that, after singing, I'm singing while putting on my clown nose. And
Okay. Now,
look
so
at Eric.
You have a clown nose?
interesting you mentioned your clown nose, and interesting you mentioned the equipment that you have been provided, because it's the equipment officer's job to provide this stuff. So everything in your assigned equipment box, if you want that, you need to speak to the equipment officer on your team.
Yes, we don't have that yet. Okay.
Surely
Which
one
one
of you
of
chose-
you was the equipment officer?
Not me, comrade. I'm the combat officer.
I go like, oh dear. It's a lot of blood when you like injure yourself. And I just grab a pill and say, open your mouth.
I am very happy right now, but I would be much happier if you were the equipment officer rather than happiness.
No. This is not a happy pill. This is a no pain pill.
So
Yes, you will not-
So again, Emma, you don't have anything in your assigned box currently.
Oh.
Your equipment officer needs to give you that equipment.
I'm a moron. Sorry, I didn't understand that.
If we're on the way to a mission, I guess we would stop by the equipment office to see the equipment officer. If the equipment officer
Well, the equipment
is not
officer is
with
an
us-
assigned role, like you guys. So the equipment officers will be with you right now.
Okay, so I will. If the equipment officer could identify themselves, so we can arrange preparing for our mission. Does anybody speak up?
Doesn't seem like it.
Oh. Team leader, can you identify the equipment officer for us?
It seems that the equipment officer has decided to take today off. And so has my accent.
Good on you for trying,
Oh.
man. Do we know what kind of mission we're on? Do we remember our mission briefing?
I think so, actually. I think we're going to this place where they're doing some random things. And like we have to stop them. I think.
So there has been. I'm getting French now.
I got him to
Oh.
laugh. I got him to laugh. I will take that as a win and I will put my points there.
Hold on. Let me try to go back to Russia here. Hold on. So there have been still French. Don't care. Been a spite of treacherous behavior in the sector RIP. So
Oh, so we're off to have
these
traitors.
traitors have. I'm getting Scottish now. These traitors have damaged Alpha Complex surveillance and communications equipment. So what we need to do as a team
Hunt traitors.
is report to R&D to retrieve the experimental equipment, which will assist us on our mission.
Okay then.
So that's going to be our step one.
Right, so which direction is R&D? That's where we're going then.
Well, this elevator is taking you directly to R&D, which is in sector RIP. And it should arrive imminently, except it's about this point that the elevator shudders to a halt and the lights go out, shortly replaced by a very dim emergency backup lighting.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Bit.
I'm gonna.
I don't know why our dear friend here is laughing, but let's try to open this right now. Let's just work with a smile and try to open these doors. And I try to open the door of the elevator.
Pressing all the buttons.
Cool. Opening the door. I think what's that? Maybe like operate operate heavy machinery. I think is probably the best one. So hardware, operate heavy machinery for us.
Me or Oliver?
You're the one who said it.
Yeah.
I'm just
Break
pressing
heavy
buttons.
machinery.
This is
So
my
it's-
version of hacking.
So it's hardware. It will be hardware because I have an 8 and in operate
Okay.
heavy machinery I have nothing.
Okay, yeah. Give us a hardware roll then. Okay. So
Oh, wait a second. Did you roll that privately? Because it didn't come up for me.
I think I have them on private because it
maybe
says that it's going to
it'll-
the GM.
Yeah, you need to take that off because otherwise we don't see the rolls.
Where do I put it off?
I'm not sure.
might be that it's automatically that the sheet has automatically set it, but I will relay. So it's a -8 on it.
Yeah, it's just automatically going to GM. I just tested one, so
I think
Yeah,
it must be put into
so did
the
mine,
dice macro. Yeah, but
Ah,
that's okay. I will relay the numbers so that everyone knows what's going on. So
I rolled a 16 with an 8.
yes,
So
so you get a -8 result. So now would be the opportunity if you want to spend any perversity points. You need to spend 8 to get a success here, which is quite a lot. Maybe you don't want to spend that many of your initial 25, and now would be the opportunity to do that. No, right, cool. So I think with this, you are actually going to succeed in like putting the door open. It takes a lot of effort, and you are having to brace quite heavily against the lift doors and pushing it open, which means that when the automated turret on the other side of the door sees you, you're not really in a very good position to do any kind of dodging. So
I'm very cool.
can you give me an agility roll to... actually, no, wait, you don't get an agility roll. You get shot by a turret. I just said you don't get an agility roll. You get shot by a turret on the other side of the door. You are now injured and you collapse into the elevator again. The doors are open. I'm going to assume that people are going to the sides as to not get further shot. But if that's an incorrect assumption, let me know.
No, I'm gonna duck to the side with my gun ready and start looking at it. Feeling like there's a rogue turret just shot on one of our fellow troubleshooters. It's a
Woman
problem.
down.
Where's that goddamn equipment officer?
Hey, language.
Oh.
Remember to smile.
we will get all of our equipment once we get to R&D. We should be all right once we get there. So let's avoid trying to open the door before we get to R&D, you know, because I don't know why you would need to go to any other levels. It's time to stick to what we need to do, no?
Sean
Well, it's
Connery
level says
playing
you are,
Borat in
but,
France there, like.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it in France, but usually when you have 2 out of 3 officers injured, you usually try to help
We should
the injured
we
officers.
should close the door. That's what we should do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna attempt to close the door. Not peeking out from behind
Yeah.
it though. I'm gonna do it from back here. Just try and
Okay,
stay
yeah,
behind it.
give us operate heavy machinery then.
Okay, where is operate heavy machinery?
That's hardware.
Hardware. Yeah, I don't have heavy machinery, so it's just the hardware roll, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nah.
So that's -8, which exactly the same as Emma got there, which I think we established -8 is getting shot. So I don't see any reason to kind of change that. You tug on the doors, but I think we said it's also success. So you close the door, but as you do, you kind of slip, and your head kind of goes into the line of fire and gets shot and explodes.
Oh, great.
So you're going to want to change your number to a 2, I think.
Yep, I'm already on it.
Okie doke. But the door's closed.
And I'm no longer there until my new clone appears, right?
That's correct, yes.
Derek's sacrifice would not be in vain.
Can you remind me what officer you are? Just,
Me?
No, Chris.
No, Chris is team leader.
Sorry. Yeah, Chris Vasily.
I am team leader. I am supreme leader of this team.
No, that's our friendly computer. What you're saying right now is quite interesting to hear, especially for a friendly computer. Because no one can be more supreme leader than our friendly computer.
Greetings. Your communicator begins communicating with the voice of the computer. Milano, Rosa R1. You have said computer several times. Is there something I can assist with?
I look at Vasily. No. Oh, no, nothing. I just like saying your name, especially because it makes me happy.
Happiness is mandatory. This is good. However, it appears you are wasting time by calling upon me when you should be proceeding to R&D. Have a treason star. Thank you.
Right.
And the voice clicks off.
Oh, that
So add another star to your name.
There we go.
Huh?
There it is, the star.
Cool.
So at this point, do we have our display? Can we see where we're supposed to go? If it's up or down, or
You're on the correct level. You're on the correct level for R&D, so you need to be on the other side of the elevator doors. You reckon?
No.
but
The
there's
ones
a
that we're
turret on the
getting
other
shot
side
at?
of the door.
Yeah, there's a turret on the other side of the door. Yeah. Milano, your communicator starts speaking again, voice of the computer. Milano, Rosa 1, you did not thank me for your treason star. This is impolite. Have a treason star.
Thank you for the treason star.
You are welcome. Computer. That's all.
I love this game.
So from when the doors were open, did we see the color of the corridor?
Yeah, it's but in fact, let's pop. We'll say Derek. So your new clone has arrived in the turret room. Fortunately, not in front of the turrets. It's off to the side where the turret does not see you.
Ooh,
So
yes.
here is the outfitting lab.
Ooh.
So this is at the bottom. In the middle is where the elevator door is. You can see the two turrets kind of pointing at it there. Those blue boxes in the corners of the room, or we'll say they're grey, they're of your clearance level. These are hatches, clone dispensing hatches. So Derek, your new clone arrives in this room. The turret's not seen you, but you can see the elevator doors, you can see the turrets, you can see the door out into the rest of the the outfitting lab. You can also see on the wall in the corridor a map of the sector, a map of R&D sector RIP. So in your handouts, you should be able to see R&D sector RIP map, which will give you the kind of layout of the rooms in this area.
Detailed map, yes.
Lovely.
Okay.
We are here. Okay.
We are in Clone Bank.
Well, two of you are in the elevator /
Yeah.
main sewer entrance, and one of you is in the outfitting lab. But you're very close to each other. You're at the boundary of those two.
Alright, so this room you're showing on the VTT is the outfitting lab, yeah? And I'm popping up here. Is that the clone generator thing?
Hang on. Can you ping
Top
it again
right?
for me? Oh no, not up there. No, you
No?
are down here.
Are
I've
these
put
blue
the
things,
X
those blue things in the corner?
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
got
yeah,
you,
those
got
ones,
you,
yeah.
got you. And the elevator's this thing here.
Yeah, at the bottom. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Shout out to Chepeku Sci-Fi, whoever drew them out. It's cool.
Yes, these are all Shepeku maps. I think with possible one exception, and they do great stuff. So shout out to them.
Shout out. Love your map. Okay, so so if I'm standing here and I see the elevator there with the doors closed, I'm gonna call fellow troubleshooters. I'm here on the other side of the door. Maybe I can shut down this turret before you open the door again. I think it's gone rogue. Bradley, can I investigate the turret? Is it because it's? I mean, do we have what is the color of the corridor? Like Chris said, have we got clearance here? We must have.
Yeah, you do have clearance here. So this is all grey, the floors, and the walls.
So it shouldn't be shooting at them. I don't think it should be shooting at them.
They shouldn't be shooting at them. That's correct.
Yeah, I would like to investigate it. Is there any way I can sneak up on it around the side?
Yeah,
Get a
give
look
us
at
a sneaking or security systems roll, either one.
Security systems or sneaking?
And it's sneaking or security systems. Yeah.
Right, where's security systems? Real quick.
They're both in stealth.
They're both just a 4 anyway.
Okay, give us a d20.
No.
So that's currently a -5, and this would spend some perversity points on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend 5.
Okay, go spend 5 perversity.
that
Brilliant. And so just you bring yourself up next to the turret here. How are you approaching? Are you trying to like hack into the turret? Are you trying to physically disable it, disconnect it from the power, or?
I think disconnecting it from the power might be easier. So
Okay.
I'm gonna
All right.
whisper a little note to friend computer before I do. I'm gonna say, friend computer, I believe this turret is faulty and is going to shoot my fellow troubleshooters and cause damage to Alpha Complex property if I don't shut it down. Please forgive me. And then go and pull the
All
plug
right.
out the wall.
Brilliant. Phone computer is going to come up on your communicator and go, damn it, RxO2. This course of action seems prudent if this turret is committing treasonous behavior. However, I note you have separated from your troubleshooting team. Splitting the party is a bad idea. Have a treason star.
Well, thank you, friend computer.
You're welcome. All right. So give us a electronic engineering to disconnect from the power. And remember, you guys will have these narrow specialisms as well. If you wanted a narrow specialism of disconnecting things from power, you could take that.
Sorry, what did you ask me to roll again? I was busy adding a second star.
That's right. Electronic engineering, which is under hardware.
Hardware. Yes, I'm just rolling hardware then. Oh,
Well, only at a -2.
Can I spend 2 points and make that roll then?
Okay, brilliant. Absolutely.
It's done.
Fantastic. You go up to the wall and you disconnect the 3-pin plug for both turrets, in fact, as well. And they both power down.
Fellow troubleshooters, I think you can now approach. I'll call out.
Can I open the door?
Yeah.
I will assist.
Cool. Yeah, you guys pull the doors open and be united with Derek.
Yep. Everything all right?
Yeah, I believe these turrets to have been faulty. I shut them down, and friend computer has agreed with my course of action, so I think I've done the right thing. Let's go get our equipment.
Well done, Derek. Your sacrifice was very, very, very good.
Thank
True.
you. Thank you, team leader.
So from here, let's have a look at the map. I'll do this because you know I'm team leader because you guys can't fucking decide on anything. All right.
All right.
Let's have a look.
So, you know, somewhere in the outfitting lab, which is the area you're in at the moment, would be where you would normally get your equipment from. You guys haven't been to this sector in particular, so you'd expect it to be somewhere around here. Maybe the big center room might be a place up, but might be in one of the side rooms. Hard to say for sure. Or you can go to other. This whole sector seems to be an R&D sector, so you could explore elsewhere if you wanted to. You can get to the other areas quite easily, I think.
So troubleshooters, I don't think that there seems to be anyone here. We should probably move forward into fabrication, see if someone else is maybe around so we can get the gear that we need for this mission.
All right then.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So I think we're heading for here then to go.
Yeah,
through.
that door. Yeah, exactly. So.
Lead the way, fearless team leader.
You get to that door. There's so you go through the corridors. There's a whole bunch of computers and sofas and such in this main room here, and there's a door labeled Fabrication, and it is a yellow door. However, there is a sign beneath it, which says that special dispensation to red clearance citizens can be granted with supervisor permission.
Red computer.
Greetings, Derek RxO2.
Greetings, Fred computer. Can we have supervisor permission to access this yellow clearance zone in order to proceed with our mission?
You would need to ask the supervisor of R&D sector RIP. The specimen region should always have a supervisor present.
Looking around. Okay, if you know where they might be, that information would be useful.
Certainly, I will assist you in getting to the specimens lab, specimens holding area. The cybernetics in your eyes stop transmitting all vision, and you just get a big arrow. So you're completely blind except for an arrow, which is presumably directing you to the specimens lab.
Okay.
And just so I remember, we don't have our assigned equipment. It's just the personal we have.
And the treasonous.
Right.
But none of you probably have treasonous, but if you did have treasonous, you would have it.
Oh, okay.
Right, so we need to go back out this room and then go that way, don't we?
Presumably, yes. The computer pipes up again. Derek, RxO2, you have not thanked me for assisting you. Have a treason star.
Oh, thank you for the treason star.
You are welcome.
Apologies for the late thank you.
So team, it looks like we need to go from this outfitting lab to communications. So we'll go out this left-hand door, then we will head to the north. Follow me.
All right.
Following.
Okay.
As we go, can Milano be like more aware of her surroundings, like in case of sounds and other things? Mostly in case there are more like rogue turrets like before.
Yeah, absolutely. Give us a surveillance roll.
All right, give me a sec.
And Derek, can you also give us a surveillance roll? It's
Will
stealth.
be,
Poorly.
that will be a stealth, but that will be a stealth because I don't have surveillance.
Same.
Okay, that's fine. Give us a stealth then.
Ooh.
Okay, so we got.
I'm going to spend the point.
-1.
Spend all my points.
Okay, so -1 to 0 for Derek, and a 0 success for Milano as well. So Derek, you are currently navigating through these corridors, completely blind apart from this arrow, but you are able to you shuffle your feet in such a way that you aren't tripping over the loose wires strewn across the floor. You don't walk into walls. You actually look pretty confident and pretty good. Like have a sense of gravitas about you and confidence. Milano, you notice that outside, you see along the bottom, there are these bedrooms. So this is where the doors are. So at the end of the bedroom corridors, there's a door going left and there's a door going right. That's where the doors you're going to are. You're going to the left one. You notice that outside each of the bedroom doors, there is what looks to be blood, which has been cleared up, but not perfectly. But there's remnants of blood outside the bedroom doors.
I tap on Drake and Barcel's shoulders, and then I point towards the blood.
I'm sorry, comrade. All I can see is this big arrow.
Oh, well, let me show you what I can. No, not show. Let me tell you what I can see. I see a big splotch of red on the floor in front of 2 doors.
I'm sure it's just red paint because it's red clearance level. Nothing to be worried about, I would think.
Probably. Where does the arrow point towards?
Yeah, it's currently pointing towards the left. It's pointing towards the door to communications, because that's the.
Well, if I stand here, it points to you. If I stand over here, it points at him.
No, my question is more for if it's pointing to one of the bedrooms.
No, it's pointing to the end of the corridor. It's
all right.
Towards specimens.
All right. No. All right then. Let's go on. Probably paint.
So yeah, I'm gonna head towards specimens.
All right. So we'll move you over to. So first, it's the communications area. So this is what everyone except for Derek sees. It's the communications.
So have we just went through 2 rooms?
Yes. This is a second room.
Okay, just so I know.
Yep. The communications room has got a large amount of computer banks. It's got this kind of projected globe. You've got these huge screens on the far end. A lot of the screens are off or display, or seem to be like kind of a standby mode. The large screens at the end are all off, not displaying anything. There is a small console near to the door here at the bottom, which is got a flashing light, which is saying low power in sector, surveillance overridden for mission critical functions. Override command by Hank B. MWS 4.
He is blue clearance here. Blue, how many above red is blue?
7, so it's orange, yellow, green, blue. So 4.
Oh, by the way, for skills, can we all just roll a d20 and just like compare it to our skill? That way the viewers can see the rolls.
Yeah, okay, we can do that, yeah. It's just roll 320, that's fine.
So, do we see anyone in this room?
No, this room is disconcertingly empty as the previous one.
Can we investigate room for like is there another like patches of this red spurt around, or if there is like a array of this array and such?
Yeah, so this room seems much cleaner. There doesn't seem to be really much in the way of blood or anything around here. Kind of doing a bit of a search. And what was the second thing you were looking for, sorry?
A state of this array, or if there's any clues or hints as to why it's this empty.
Okay, yeah. So it seems fairly well in order. If you no, obviously, unless you want to try accessing a computer to try and see what like one of the consoles here to try and get some more information. This is the communications hub, so it probably have be the best place to get information. But you need to like try and access and override the system to do so.
And
All right.
what you will find is part of our mission is actually to restore the communication. So if anyone in our team is why am I French? Proficient in doing this, then we should probably get our comms back on.
Yeah, so you've already can someone give me who's going to do a hacking roll to access one of the consoles here? Okay,
I can.
See Emma's hand gone up first. Give us a hacking roll. Just roll a d20.
And we will then do the thingy.
Yeah.
Yeah, just compare it to your score, just that way the viewers can see them. Oh, nice.
That's success by 3. Brilliant. So you access one of these consoles. It boots up in kind of safety mode, low power consumption mode, and you learn that the reason the communication that there hasn't actually been any sabotage in this room per se. The reason that the communications are offline is because the power to the sector is there's not enough power going to inside the sector. Normally, communications would be a higher priority on the power consumption, so this place should still be operating, but there's been an override by this Hank B MWS4, which has changed the mission critical parameters to security, so things like turrets, containment, life support, and utilities. Utilities, I think with success by 3, utilities strikes as particularly odd. That's things like automatically closing doors and kind of like quality of life, like little mechanical things.
I picture it being automatically flushing toilets.
Yeah,
things
automatically
like that.
flushing toilets, that kind of thing. Like normally in a low power situation, the doors should default to they should like pop out handles, and
Manual.
they're a pain to open because they're big, heavy metal doors. You have to really heft them, but it should default to that kind of thing rather than automatic, as they currently are.
Yeah, so it's still sending power to the automatic flushing toilets,
Yeah, but not
which
to the
is
communications.
weird in it. Yeah, and but not
And
comms.
recharging all
Strange
of the
priorities.
scrub bots.
Strange priorities.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, well, we need to find a way to divert the power back to communications then. Turn it back on. But I do not think it would be a very good idea to decide to challenge a officer which would be in a much higher tier.
To go against-
Why is French?
It's drifting.
Yeah, because that blue clearance is 4 levels above us. The guy that's done this override.
Yeah.
Mm.
So from where we're at, is there more information that we can get, or because the power's low we can't? Would it be impossible?
It seems because the power's low, there's not much more information I think you can get. But if you've got specific questions, then there might. What are you specifically looking for?
So could I see who are the turrets supposed to target?
Oh, okay. Yeah, give me another hacking roll. So if you give me a hacking roll here, Chris, just to see if you can dig up that information.
I'll roll a d20.
Yeah.
Get
That is
11.
a success for
Yeah.
you, I think. Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Yeah. All security systems are set to indiscriminate.
Oh.
Ah,
So anyone who enters.
so this is why we have been shot at on this level. Maybe it would have been a good idea once we got past the turret to turn it back on, just on the off chance that some of the traitors may not be able to access. But
yeah. Hindsight's
we
a
are
wonderful thing.
Yeah.
How
Hindsight's a
about we
wonderful thing.
put it back on? Well, we put it back on, but put them to attack those who seem to have suspicious purposes and such.
It sounds very much to me that you wanted to defy an order of someone who is much higher than us. Are you sure you're not a traitor?
I'm very sure.
Is that you
What's
making
wrong,
an
Monsieur
accusation?
Leader? What's wrong, Monsieur Leader?
Monsieur Comrade.
Hey, I made you two laugh. I made myself 2 points.
Yeah, you're doing well with the happiness officer. That was a belter, Monsieur Comrade.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So now we're in this room. Let me think.
So there's 2 rooms.
So
There's 2 rooms coming off of here. You can go into specimens from here, or you can go into the clone bank from here. Obviously, you can go
And
back into
specimens
the
is where the arrow's taking me, isn't it?
Yeah, the specimens is where the hours.
And that arrow is supposed to be pointing me to our equipment officer.
No, the arrow is pointing. You asked to see a
A
supervisor.
supervisor, right? It's pointing me to a supervisor. That's right.
Yeah.
But we need a supervisor's
So-
permission to get the yellow clearance for the
fabrication.
the fabrication
Let's
room.
find the
Yeah.
supervisor.
Yeah.
Let's find the supervisor
Um,
first.
So, is there enough power for me to see the last bit of footage that the cameras would have seen?
No, that there isn't enough power for.
Okay. I'm just trying to milk everything out of
'Cause
it's-
this room
They're
before
on
we
hard
move
drives. It's still got a spinning thing in the hard drive. We don't have enough power for it.
on.
We've not moved it to SSDs. They don't have the funding in Alpha Complex.
And because is there a computer log of doors that have opened automatically recently?
No, there's not. No, there's not, because that would require me to think a lot.
Unlucky.
Because what I'm trying to discern is where I'm not even sure that's the right word.
Discern, yeah.
Is where our superior officer has went to from putting in this command, because he's not here anymore.
I see. Sure. Yeah. Give me we'll call this a.
That could be who the arrow's pointing us to. Oh, by the way.
Give me a data search roll. That's on the software.
Okay, I have none, so we'll just go
So, yeah.
software,
Yeah. So give us a D20 roll, and we'll compare it to your software.
which
and
is 8.
Yeah.
You're only
So
2 short.
currently you're failing by 2. If you want to spend diversity, the bigger the
I'll
success.
do 2.
roll. Okay, the bigger success, more information you can get as well. So if that influences your decision.
I'll spend 4.
4. Okay, cool. So what you get is that there's been a lot of doors opening and closing in recent times, and they all correlate to they all correlate to when the traitorous troubleshooting teams were in the area. So in between, so basically the troubleshooting team gets sent here, a bunch of doors open and close, and then they stop opening and closing for a while until another troubleshooting team is sent here. You also identify with the slightly better success that the only door which hasn't been opening and closing is the door to the chief researcher's laboratory, which last closed shortly before the first troubleshooting team was sent in.
Are you sharing that information with us, Chris?
Well, as your leader, yes. You'll know all the information that I just got relayed because I've already forgotten it. So was the first troubleshooting team the treasonous troubleshooting team?
Every troubleshooting team which has come here recently has been treasonous for some reason.
Ah, okay, yeah, I
And the only door
understand.
that's not been
Everyone
opening
is
and closing is the chief researcher's laboratory. So I've got a feeling whoever's causing this might be in that chief researcher's laboratory. Let's go to specimens.
And it also could be referring to you, Mr. 3-star.
No, I think we go to specimens, find this supervisor who I think might be Mr. Blue Clearance, get our yellow clearance to get into the fabrication, get our equipment, then I think we head to the chief researcher's laboratory and I think we found our culprit.
Well, let's hope that this supervisor will be able to assist. I agree. I think we should move forward.
Let's go.
Okay. You go to the door for specimens. Outside the door, there is a screen which is on, but is black. It's kind of a black screen, but it's kind of, you know, when like black screens kind of give up a little bit of light, you can tell them on, but they'll
Stand by.
anything. Yeah, there's one of those. As you approach the door, Derek, your vision restores to normal.
Yep.
As you've been delivered to the entrance to specimens.
Is the door open or
going?
closed?
Door's closed currently.
Does it open manually?
You could open it manually, but you know that the doors have power, so you could open it not manually as well.
Can I just pull it as hard as I can, please?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, give me. This sounds more like violence. What you're doing.
Definitely doing it.
Potentially,
I'm doing it definitely violently. Yeah.
Sure. Let's call it violent demolition, I guess. Yeah, sure. Violent
Okay, so
demolition.
I'm just rolling against a 6 then.
Yeah.
So that's my violence.
Uh,
Succeeded by 4.
I'm just gonna roll a dice as well for no reason here as well. Okay, cool.
I'm trying to rip the door off its hinges.
Yeah. So yeah, success by 4. Absolutely. You wrench the door open and then you break it so that it can't close behind you. Light pour. The room beyond is dark, or was dark, and light pours in with the because the communication center is still quite well lit. And you guys go into let's go to see into the next room, into specimens. Okay.
Friend computer.
Hello, Basically, CKG1.
Hello. Yes, I would like to report that Derek seems to have some major malfunction. He's decided to damage Alpha Complex property by destroying the door behind. This was not an order given by his team leader. I am quite concerned.
But Derek, please have a treason star for damaging the door.
Thank you, friend computer.
Also, Vasily RCKG1, you appear to be impersonating a green officer. Why is that?
I am not impersonating a green officer. I am wearing my red uniform. But do you see that I am wearing green? Is this what you see?
Vasily RCKG1, you are appearing outside of your clearance. Have a treason star. You are saying my information is incorrect. Have a treason star. You are lying to the computer. Have a treason star.
Was that 3?
Thank you, friend computer, for my treason stars.
You are welcome.
Wind your
why don't you
neck
give
in
me a
next time, your grass.
give me a wetware roll here, please, Chris.
Oh yeah, it's just here now. Okay.
So that's currently a failure by 12.
Oh, I'm just gonna let it fail.
Cool, let fail. Oh, cool. No worries.
No further comment. Just let it fail.
I love this game, man. It's fucking anarchy.
All
Right.
Make sure you update your stars on your name there.
Do we see anyone in this room then?
This room appears to be empty. There seem to be multiple, well, I say empty, empty of Alpha Complex citizens. There appear to be some, like, cryostasis pods or something. Not that your characters necessarily know what those are. And at the far end of the room, there's this huge tank containing a six-eyed creature, which is absolutely massive. You can see the chairs at the end of the room for context of scale. Like one of those chairs would very easily fit inside this thing's mouth. It has tubes and wires plugged into it, and its eyes are reflecting the light coming in from the other room. At the quite close to the door, there is a computer terminal with a yellow screen, and the chair at the computer terminal, yep, that's the one, on the back is labeled supervisor. There's no one sitting in the chair.
I'm gonna call out citizen supervisor. Are you here?
No response.
It's like they all just left.
Fred computer.
Greetings, Derek RxO2.
Greetings, friend computer. Followed your very helpful arrow here to the specimens room, but my pathetic human eyes can't seem to see this supervisor that you were pointing me to. Can you further advise?
There should always be a supervisor in the specimens chamber.
That sounds like it makes sense, friend computer. I don't have the same wisdom of the inner workings of Alpha Complex as you do, but that makes sense. Where is the supervisor?
There should always be a supervisor in the specimens room.
Friend computer, I'd like to report that there is no supervisor in the specimen room.
There should always be a supervisor in the specimens room.
Thank you, friend computer.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'm gonna not sit down in the chair, but I'm gonna go up to the screen and have a look at it. We'll see what it says on it.
Cool. Yeah, it is. It seems to be like a kind of a login screen, awaiting a citizen of yellow clearance or higher.
Fucking red clearance, man. I can't do shit. Can't do shit. Right.
We can go no further in this room than the computer.
No, you can go further. Absolutely, you can go further if you like.
But it's yellow clearance, so we should.
It's yellow.
It's the computer is yellow clearance.
Alright, but the rest of the room's not. It's still grey corridors.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going in for a look. Right, let's say we go in for a look.
Anyone else
I'm
going
gonna
in?
follow you. I'm gonna follow Drake.
Cool. Chris?
Yep.
Right. You guys start walking in. Derek, you got a little bit of a head start, so you're like kind of in amongst the cryo-chambers. Chris, as you go near the computer, the screen changes from yellow to green, and it says, "Welcome, supervisor," and it logs in.
Right. I know what's happening, huh?
I mean, what's happening is written on your character sheet.
I know, I know, yeah. But sometimes, friend, well, I'm not going to finish that sentence. You know, but yeah, Anyone who watches this, go watch any of our previous Paranoia, and you'll know why I'm freaking out. So
What's going on?
Paranoia, that's what's
I
going
can't
on.
tell you. I can't tell you.
If he tells you it's
I
treason.
genuinely can't.
Oh, why not? I mean, we are your teammates. You can trust us.
Anyway, so I want to access the computer and see what I can deem from it.
Yeah, there's a few systems here, and one of them seems to be one which immediately catches your eye is special dispensations, which would be the kind of thing to give even your other troubleshooters clearance to go into manufacturing, fabrication rather. And there's a I think there's a little alert symbol as well, which has appeared on the screen. And there's also like a big file system as well. But the file system is labeled, it says inaccessible, low power.
Grand. So, seeing that the stuff is accessible, I am gonna print us off 3 lovely passes that have our names on it.
You do that. Milano, Vas, and Derek, what are you two doing in the meantime?
This thing looks really expensive, doesn't it?
It does look pretty expensive, yeah.
I want you to check on these things over here.
I'm plotting and scheming.
Not touching, not touch at all. Not touch at all, just
Yeah.
watch.
You have a look, there appears to be some people, some clones inside.
Alright. I get it. Nothing else to say? Like, is there like one of me or one of Derek?
No, there's none of you guys. They are clones you don't recognize. They appear to be slightly more obviously mutated. Maybe like one's got like a big a distended jaw with fangs. Another one has kind of scales across parts of its body. One has tongues coming out of its ears.
Ew. Oh, what a horrible mutation. I think you're one that's with the tongues on for ears. As they say, they speak more than they hear.
Yeah, terrible.
Yep. Joke pass through everyone in the room. And she continues on.
Chris.
Yes.
At this point, you get a communication on your communicator saying from the computer, Vasily, CKG1. There was a screen at the entrance to this room which said very clearly for all citizens of all clearances, written in infrared text, saying you must not allow too much light in this room. Currently, there is a lot of light pouring in from the door. Please ensure that light levels in this room are reduced.
Very well, friend computer. Your word is my command.
Thank you, Vasily CKG1.
So I quickly stumble back to the door that was ripped off its hinges and immediately try to repair it.
All right, give us a.
Can I help him? Can I help him out?
Yeah, you can start. You start heading over to. Well, I especially with Paranoia, I like to say the person who suggests the action makes the roll. Just because it makes it big. Just in case they've got secret motivations behind doing something and don't necessarily want help, but also because it means I get to say things like, "Can you please roll mechanical engineering?" Now that you've chosen to take this action, Chris.
Perfect.
I agree.
I agree.
What?
Because I've got
That's
a 1 in mechanical
Currently a
engineering.
failure by 8 to repair the door.
Question for the Games Master while they're doing that.
Yeah.
You know what? I will.
See these cryo chamber things.
Mhm.
Do they have? And I'm not talking about the big door that opens them up. Is there any other doors, like a door where a battery would go in, or a door that opens up to a control panel, or any other doors on these machines? Or just the big ones?
No, I don't think there's some hatches at the back, which are kind of like doors and floor, I suppose. There's the main door, and then there's some hatches at the back, which are trapdoors.
I want to rip one of those hatch doors off.
All right, cool. Give us another series of 4 demolitions. So Chris, you're currently at -8 to repair this door.
Yeah, I used my PP to put it up.
All right, cool. Yeah, you get the door remounted successfully and bring it closed. Which side of the door do you want to be on? Communications or specimens?
Specimens.
Okay, cool. Meanwhile, Derek explores and finds another hatch and rips that open. You can see this is an entrance to the sewers. You can see the sewers down below you.
Okay.
The room is plunged into darkness as the door closes.
And am I the only one on this side of the door now?
No, you're all still in specimens.
We're all still on this side, okay.
And the room is total darkness.
Yes, it is.
If you ask Friend Computer, they can give you an arrow. You don't need to see. The Friend Computer's arrow it gives you is fantastic.
I think you just spoke to it. No, it's... I think we're done in here.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to do anything
No,
else.
yeah. This place is supposed to be dark. Well, we didn't find the guy we were looking for. He wasn't in here.
But it's okay. Sorry. It's okay. I was able to talk to the computer and get access, and the passes have been provided. So we can now go to fabrication if you follow me.
Perfect, thank you.
Lucky. Let's go, Monsieur Leader.
All right. So you open the door.
Open the door, and then close it again.
All right. As you open the door and light pours back in, the creature in the tank screeches as we have hit the light threshold and begins slamming against the glass. Cracks appearing.
This big thing.
Yeah, the big huge thing. Yeah.
Krang.
So
It slams again.
Door's closed. Door's closed.
You're going out close. Is everyone else coming out?
Yeah, I'm
closing the
coming out the room. I'm getting away from that big scary thing
door? Right.
anyway.
Chris, I guess the question is: are you waiting for everyone to come out of the room before closing the door?
No.
Okay.
I want to get out.
What?
Get me out.
All right. Milano, you were close-ish. Can you give me a agility roll under violence to get out in time?
It will be violence. It will be violence.
Yeah, violence, agility.
Chris, I can't believe you're locking us in with the big monster.
If I leave the door lying open, then more sunlight will get through, and the monster will go wild.
Is
Right.
this a double door, Bradley? Is there two?
It's a singular big door. All right. Door closes. Pitch black again. But don't worry. I have good news, because as you hear glass shattering, a red siren begins going off in this room, illuminating the space for you guys who are still in this room.
Oh,
Here.
shit.
The
So
cryopods
who's
are.
inside the room? Who's inside the room right now? Me only,
It's-
or
Look at the map.
It's you and Derek are currently in the room. The cryopods are not yet broken open. This map is so you don't have to worry about that right now. And that big horrible monster is coming out of the glass tank and seems to be looking at you, Milano. And
why me?
well, because
Roll for 90.
you can't see Derek anywhere.
All right.
He seems to he doesn't seem he seems to have made it out all the way or hiding or something.
How tall is the roof?
The roof here is like 3 stories tall, 3 stories high, I think.
Okay, and all right.
All right, so
I
now
try-
well, actually,
Oh,
I think
sorry.
now's a good time to go to quickly explain how combat works. So the way combat works is everyone decides what they're going to do, and then everyone says what they're going to do, and then we resolve them all at the same time. So sometimes we do this by typing out, sometimes we do it by speaking. I can't be asked to do that, so we're just going to. I'm just going to go around in a random order, and we'll shift that order up. But I think, Emma, we'll start with you. What is it you want to do in this brief moment of time? In the first brief moment of time.
I wanted to like run through the wall and start climbing it up, like going
Okay.
all I can upwards.
Okay, cool. So you're going to do that. Oliver, what are you going to be doing?
I think Derek's going to try to force open one of the actual doors of the cryo-chambers, climb in the cryo-chamber and close the door behind
Okay.
him.
All right, brilliant. And Chris, what are you going to be doing?
I'm going to be patiently waiting behind the door to reopen it for the rest of my team because we must complete our objective.
Okay, brilliant. Oliver, can you roll me a demolitions check to get open that door? Emma, can you please roll me, I'm going to say, outdoor life under wetware for climbing?
All right.
I'll only need to spend 1 to make that a success. I'll spend
So
the
it will
1.
be under 4.
Okay, looking for 4 less.
Can I use 3 points for that?
Yeah, you can use some diversity points on that. Brilliant. So you tear open the cryo chamber lid.
Did I break the door? Did it break?
Yes, you break the door to it. You begin climbing up. This horrible monster starts charging across. It's not reached reached where you are yet, Milano, but it is heading towards you. It's getting close. Oliver, can you just roll me a d20, please?
12.
Okay. So you open up this chamber, and the occupant opens its eyes, and it will be joining in on the next round of combat, I think.
That's great.
So if everyone has a quick moment to think what you're doing, and we'll start with Chris this time. Chris, what are you doing in this round of combat?
Do our communicators only work with the computer, or do they work
They work with each
all
other,
of us?
yeah.
Okay, so I am going to tell the team that they need to evacuate immediately. Whether or not they've seen the massive monster that's about to eat them.
Okay.
And for some reason, the door has now been barricaded.
Okay. Cool. Brilliant. Oliver, what are you doing?
I'm gonna. This thing just opened its eyes. I think I'm gonna change plans. I'm gonna jump back out, shut the
Okay.
thing behind me, and then try and run out the door and crack it open if I need to.
Okay, cool.
And then the friendly computer called. Oh.
Okay, and are you calling the computer? What are you doing next? Call the computer.
Hello, friendly computer. May I know what is this subject?
That information is above your security clearance, and you should not be asking about such things. Have a treason star.
Thank you, friendly computer.
You're welcome.
It's 5 when you're a traitor, isn't it?
Yeah, 5. Yeah.
We're all one off it.
All right. Oliver, can you roll me an agility check, please?
Yeah, I think I've got proficiency in this. Oh, so
Brilliant. All right. So you managed to duck. The main concern is
made
this
it by 8.
the huge horrible creature can go in the same direction as you. You duck and weave and avoid hitting its legs, and it doesn't seem to notice you. The other creature comes out. It's the one with the distended jaw and the huge teeth. You see it's also got spines, teeth on its arms as well, and it looks around and sees Milano and is heading towards Milano. And the
Along on the walls, right?
Yeah, you start climbing the walls. The huge creature is going to try and follow you up the walls. And it's going to do very poorly at that. It starts scrambling up. The walls are quite weak. It turns out the stone isn't strong enough to support this huge, terrifying monster. All right. Next round, have a moment to think about what you're. So I think Oliver, you get to the door and you can start breaking open next turn if you like. Is that what you like to do this turn?
Yeah, break the door open and try and get through it.
Okay, brilliant. Emma, what are you
With a
doing?
massive smile on my face as I break the door.
Okay, so how close am I to the door?
So you're pretty close, but it's down and directly below you is the huge monster.
Yeah. And where exactly is Derek? Like, if you have to put the circle.
You can't see Derek.
I can't see Derek.
No.
Even though he said that he's going to try to open the door. And he probably had to run for that.
Correct, yes.
Alright. I'm going to. No, I'm thinking because this is hard. This is very hard, honestly. I'm going to try climbing up. Like, the higher I go, the better. As much distance as possible between me and the thing.
All right, brilliant. And Chris, what are you doing?
Hearing Derek scramble at the door, I know it's him because he doesn't sound like a massive monster.
Okay.
So I open the door and say move through and then close it again.
All right, brilliant. So,
Thank you, team.
absolutely. So, Derek, I would like you to roll me a demolition check. And can we get another outdoor life from you, Emma?
What?
Outdoor life to climb.
Demolition is 6. I'm going to spend 6 points and make that roll.
All right, brilliant. And so that's currently a failure by 9 for you, I think, is it?
Yeah.
And it's free to open a door, but Chris, why don't you give me an agility roll? Because someone who was expecting there to be a big door and was gearing up to kind of try and take a door apart, suddenly that door's open, and now they're like diving forwards, trying to like tear open you because you're what's there now.
Yeah, that's great. Agility, let's have a look. Well, I'll just roll that anyway. There we go.
Oh,
look
nice
at
roll.
that.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Critical
That's
success.
definitely, yeah.
Slight correction to what I said when I said someone is tearing forwards towards you. You open the door and there's no one there, and then you feel hands on you, like grabbing at you, and you very quickly go, "Oh shit!" and like duck and go over to the side, and you push, and you feel like what feels like a human back as you push it back, but there's nothing there. At this point, I'm just going to update something on your sheet here, Oliver.
Yeah. I feel like I'm invisible here.
let's update that. At the same time, Milano, you're climbing up, and I think this monster's probably gonna get you. Let's give it a roll though, just to because you've all people on your climbing, but it's yeah, 2. Yeah. So you start climbing up, you slip, and then your world goes black as you are torn apart. But luckily for you, when you nuclearize, it kept all of your memories, so you will remember the pain of being torn apart by a horrible monster. Door closes, you hear slamming and wrenching sounds and tearing metal from within, but you are, Milano, your new clone arrives with just 1 treason star for being in a area high with a lot of trees and people around. You are all in communications. Maybe we're not entirely sure about Derek.
Remember to change it to 2 on your username as well.
Yeah, she's done that. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Nice, you're ahead of me. Nice.
Oh, hey, Sally's. Where's Derek? Did he get out?
I'm here.
Says the air.
What?
I'm here, right here.
Can I discern where exactly is he coming from?
Roll surveillance.
All right.
Where did we come in? Here, this end.
Yeah. And then specimens is like over here.
Where's the nearest door?
You're quite near to the specimen store.
I'm gonna go tear it off its handles.
The one with the big monster behind it.
No, that's where the monster is. No, not that room. Sorry. No. Where's the nearest door that's not that?
There's one to
computer.
There's one to Clone Bank and there's one to the exit. You're not sure exactly where. You know the rough vicinity, but you're not exactly the exact spot. You know vaguely where they are. Yes, Vasily R1.
Friend computer, I can't seem to locate the member of my team, Derek. He seems to be able to answer, and it's clear it's not through the communicator. By any chance, is it odd for a troubleshooter to be invisible?
That sounds like a treasonous use of mutant powers. Please execute Derek RX2. Also, Vasily RCKT1. As team leader, you should know the whereabouts of your team at all times. Have a treason star.
Right, stop, pause, because he hits 5 treason stars. I'm gonna put my pistol up to his head and go bang.
All right.
I killed the traitor, Fred computer.
Right, we're going into combat. So again, everyone decide what you're going to do. We'll start off with Emma. Who? What do you?
Wait. So you are technically being treasonous.
Yeah. So Vasily's just got a fist treason star, and Derek has outed himself as a mutant scum.
Derek
No.
But at the moment, I've only
got
got 4 stars and he's got 5.
Yeah,
but
but you've used
you're
the mutant power without
so-
being registered.
Yeah.
You're a traitor.
So they're technically both traitors, right?
Yeah, we're both traitors.
Right, I'm going to use my hands and try to lock it into Varsily's neck to choke him out.
Okay, cool. Chris, what are you doing?
I wouldn't do that because he's gonna kill you while you're doing that.
Well, we'll do.
Who's going to
I'm
kill
gonna get a
me?
2 for 1.
Chris, what are you doing?
So I'm gonna draw my pistol. So Derek's still invisible, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fire blindly and hope that I hit him.
Okay, brilliant. I don't think you have a pistol.
I don't. You're right. Let me just check to see what I do have.
Suck
If you
it,
want a pistol,
Christopher.
I think your
Suck
equipment officer has a
it.
pistol for you.
Yeah. You're right about that. I do have an electromagnetic hammer,
You do
So-
have that, yes.
I will swing that about in hopes that it hits him in the face.
All right, brilliant. And Oliver, what are you doing?
I'm putting my gun right up to his head. Bam.
All right. So, so what I'd like from Chris, can you give me a hand weapons roll? And Oliver, can you give me an invisibility power roll? So that's going to be a d20 compared to your power score. And whoever gets the highest success, if your invisibility wins, then you can't be seen. You get missed.
Now, is there
And if
anything like
invisibility-
I can't spend my points if I roll a 20? Like I've rolled a fumble. Is that a fumble?
That is a fun. So you can spend points. Something bad's going to happen regardless, but you can spend points.
I don't think it's worth wasting the points. I think I'm just going to take the bad consequences of the bad roll, actually.
Okey-doke. Brilliant. Well, luckily Vasily has also rolled quite badly, but you've
I'm
got
not
a
putting
fumble.
points on that.
Cool. So
I've accepted my fate.
yeah, absolutely. So okay. So and Emma, you were doing a chokehold, so roll me a hand weapons
Yeah.
check, please. No, sorry, not a hand weapon. Sorry, unarmed combat. Unarmed combat. Sorry.
Which is my highest, so that's good.
Ah, brilliant. Unarmed combat.
Oh,
brilliant.
oh,
So, I think what happens here is, Derek, you draw your pistol and go to shoot. Now, I don't see anywhere which says that you can see yourself when you're invisible. So I think what happens is you shoot yourself with the laser, like as part of your laser pistol.
Second
It kind of goes into, yeah, you're invisible, so it goes into your body and like illuminates your whole body with red, which I think injures you and also reveals your position, so that it's really easy for Vasily to conk you on the head with a hammer and bring you to maimed, but not yet dead. And Milano with a with your one, so I think you're not sure how it happens. You go to put Vasily in a chokehold, and now you're in a chokehold by Vasily, who has got a hammer in one hand and you under the arm of the other one. And we're going into the next round. Oliver, what are you doing?
I'm going to hopefully get the traitor this time.
Okay, brilliant. Taking another shot. Emma, what are you doing?
I'm going to try to scurry out of his arms, of his
What?
very strong, very muscly arms.
And
this.
Chris, what are you doing?
I'm going to use Milano as a human shield to protect myself
Nice.
from the glowing man.
All right. So Chris, give me a unarmed combat. Milano, give me agility. Derek, give me energy weapons.
Oh,
Oh, right.
suck it,
yes.
Christopher.
Come on, fuck you!
And Vasily.
Yeah, I rolled a 12.
And then you got a 1 in unarmed combat. So, why do you have a 1 in unarmed combat? Because you have a. You don't have to take a weakness for your energy weapons, so your unarmed combat should actually be 8. That's fine. So you're actually you're still so okay. So with a 1, I think pistol goes off and just explodes Vasily's head, and Milano, you escape partly because Vasily is dead.
Yes, change your number to 2, Chris. Suck it.
But I would say before you escape, you can, if you want, pick up the electromagnetic hammer as part of that.
I will.
Okay, cool. All right.
Why are you doing like that to the face?
What are you doing on your next? What are you doing with your turn?
The Oliver is still glowing, right?
No, that was like only a brief thing, like kind of a flash of energy. So I think they're now invisible again.
Okay, but he will still be in the same position, or did he move? That's my question.
Maybe. I mean, it seems he's not described himself moving around, so I think that there's been laser flashes going from pretty consistently
I
one
love
point.
what I'm doing next.
Seeing from where the shot came from, Milano is going to flank, move towards him and flank the hammer against his head.
Okay. And Oliver, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try and communicate with friend computer and say, friend computer, I've killed the traitor, and I would like to report an accidental mutation that I didn't know I had. I would like to register it.
All right. But can you roll me a power against your invisibility? And Emma, can you roll a hand weapons roll for me?
A 15.
Okay, that is a fail. I won't say by how much, because you don't know what your power score is.
That's a success, actually, because I have a 13.
Brilliant. So, I think you get as far as saying, computer, I've killed a traitor, and that voice gives a bead to Milano as to where you are. You say, computer, I've killed a traitor, and then you get clonked on the head, and you collapse.
Game over.
All right. So you're on clone number
Clone
3.
3 for me.
You two return into the communications bay with your new clones.
I will tell the computer, I have destroyed the mutant and the mutant traitor.
Excellent work, Milano. You can have 10 perversity points.
Thank you.
Actually, perversity points aren't really a computer currency. They can't be. That's for meeting about, not the computer. You may requisition an item,
Oh, really?
implying that I would be false in my statement is insubordination. Have a treason star.
Thank you, friendly computer.
You're welcome.
Oh, beauty. Never doubt friend computer, Emma. You learned that the hard way.
Okay, talking in Milano right now, not talking in Milano. I'm having fun, really. Like, I have to remember to be
a fun
very
game,
specific
Paranoia.
with
It's
my word
wild.
names.
You guys, you return. Derek, you immediately get a communication from the computer saying, Derek, you said you killed a traitor and then said the word and, but did not finish your sentence. This is impolite. Have a treason star.
Apologies, friend computer, and thank you for the treason star.
You're welcome.
Now, out of character, can I step out of character for a second and ask you a question, Bradley?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do I still have that mutation when my new clone comes back?
You normally you would keep your same mutation.
So I'm
between
going
clones.
to.
If
I want
you
to
wish,
try.
if you wish to register that
I
mutation,
wish to
you can do so.
register my mutation. Yes.
All right. Brilliant.
Okay.
You go to register your mutation. You go to one of the consoles. It takes a little blood sample, and the computer says, "Thank you, Derek Derek RxO, for registering your mutant power of heat emission. Have 2 treason stars for being a registered mutant. So you get 2 treason stars, but now you can use your power without it being instant treason. And the computer says your power is heat emission.
Okay. Character sheet doesn't, but okay.
You can update your character.
Okay. Oh, single M, double S, right? Yeah,
Whatever.
I think so. Okay, and I'm 4 stars, 3rd clone, right? Oh yeah, I've not even changed. Oh no, it is changed to 2 there. Yeah, I've got 3 there. Okay.
Okay. And
Okay.
so are you taking the opportunity to register your mutation as well, or you're right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. No mutations here. Brilliant. See, that's a good alpha citizen like that. You should all aim to be more like Vasily RCK.
That's right, he's team leader, obviously.
Yeah.
Right, now that we're all friends again and not trying to shoot each other, let's continue this mission.
Yeah.
The slates are wiped clean. We're all good citizens again.
Milano, I would request that you give me back my hammer. Thank you very much.
Of course,
It's
Monsieur
very
Leader.
important.
Yeah, and I give him back the hammer.
Cool.
Very
And
good.
Derek, I presume you pick up your gun again. I make it that you've used 4 of your 6 shots.
Yeah. I do not come back with new equipment.
You come back with the equipment above the dash. You come back with your jumpsuit, communicator, and boots, but none of your other stuff. But you've never been in a position where you lose your gun. You've always been in a position where you can pick up your stuff. I think that's only currently relevant for Milano, who was eaten by a giant monster, and so therefore does not have the.
My net! My
Yeah,
net!
you've lost your net. It's in the belly of the beast.
So I've
So
got
you can
two
go cut it
remaining
out
shots.
if you like.
No, go, no.
Oh, actually, looking at your equipment, the sounds of crashing die down inside the specimen.
Milano, maybe you should go and get your net. Was it issued by R&D?
No, it wasn't one of the assigned ones.
Oh, okay. Was this a personal item? You haven't lost something from Alpha Complex. Okay, that is because to do such a thing would be treason.
I know. I try to be very careful with my items.
Okay. So from here, we are going to make our way to fabrication.
All right, brilliant. You go to fabrication. You go to the door of fabrication, and it opens for you because you've got dispensation, and you're in fabrication.
And this is the third room that we've entered, the third new room.
I think it's the 4th because you went into specimens as well.
How's your door?
Oh,
look?
so we've had 4. Okay, sweet.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Can
Okay.
I?
So there's a bunch of yellow lower down, but there are grey gangplanks which are safe for you to walk on.
When we enter this room, I want to like open the door for the rest of my team to go through, and as you open a door to let people go. But as I do it, I want to clumsily slam the door into the wall and break it.
Okay, this door's a little bit more sturdily constructed. I think you'll need something a little bit more than brute force to break it. So you slam it, it makes a good, satisfying noise, but it's away.
Okay, is there a lock on it, like a manual lock with a code?
Yeah, there's a lock on it. Yeah.
Pick my pistol in and go bang.
All right, cool. Give me a energy weapons roll.
I hope you're tracking how many rounds you're using.
Yeah, I've got one left.
That's all we need. What? Just one? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you shoot a capacitor, it causes a thermal runaway, and just melts a large section of door, which then solidifies into a solid iron.
Would you say I broke that door then, aye?
Aye.
Excellent.
Everything in this room seems to be off because of the low power. What would you like to do? There's
Quick question, DM. So, who is it? Oh, so cute dog behind you. Who is in the room right now?
all of you, I think.
Oh, great. So, okay, gotcha. So I want to look around mostly to see like what like for the machinery and well, not touching anything yellow, of course.
Yeah.
Respectful.
So I think just give us a general mechanical engineering role to kind of get an idea for what's here.
All right, give me a sec.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, so this is all kind of manufacturing equipment, fabricating equipment. You can see that there are like partially assembled weapons, weird gadgets. There's like a machine which seems to be making pharmaceutical products. They're all kind of all stopped partway through the process of manufacturing. Everything is kind of shut down here. You can also see that once this place is in full operation, it's probably quite dangerous. Like there's not any safety railings. You can see that it seems like they've added more and more machines so there's more machines in here than there should be, and it's encroaching on like walking space. And yeah, there's just a whole bunch of manufacturing going on, or would be if there was power.
All right.
No people though.
No people. No. Well, 3
Okay,
people. You guys.
No, that's the-
okay, team. I think we would need to power this room up so that we can help complete our mission objective. If you could find any way to achieve this goal, I'm sure we will be rewarded very well.
Yes, Monsieur Leader.
Yes,
And she
Mr.
like
Comrade.
does a salute and starts doing her job. Hey, you laughed, and to get myself a point.
I think with the earlier quite good success, there's not an obvious way to be enable power. It seems to be that this is not considered mission critical. You already know there's low power in this sector, but the next room along you do know is the reactor, which would be providing power to this facility.
Okay, team, it's time to move to the reactor.
Let's go!
Almost to the reactor.
That's another 2 points for me.
Yes. All right, the active room. There's a bunch of red pathways this time, and a huge I think facility recognizes as a nuclear reactor at the end. There are some red lights blinking on some consoles, and it's very warm in here, but maybe that's normal.
All right.
Now, is that water you could swim in?
Well, I don't know, maybe. Well, you can always swim in water.
I'm
You
gonna
want to
dive
try?
in. I'm gonna dive in.
Okay, you're gonna dive in. Brilliant. Give me an outdoor life roll. What's that? So it's currently a failure by 9. I make it.
I'm gonna spend 9 points.
Okay, cool. You don't begin to drown, and you begin to swim in the cooling pool. It's quite hot. Like it's uncomfortably warm, but not like scaldingly warm in this pool.
Well, I'll get out fairly quickly. I just wanted a quick dip.
Okay.
Where's the water?
It's nice. You should try it. Briefly, because it's quite hot. I think it's going to cook you if you stay in it for too long. But yeah, it's nice for a quick dip. Refreshing.
Really?
Fun. Spontaneous.
All right. Yeah, but I'm not feeling like, getting wet yet.
Now,
I want to first do a good job
as
before...
she looks in the water, I'm gonna put my foot just in front of hers and give her a wee push. She's gonna try the water,
Okay.
see what it's
Cool.
like.
Give me a unarmed roll, please.
Sorry, Emma. Oh, I don't think that's very good.
What's that?
My unarmed is a
by-
10, so I've only failed by
Oh.
5.
No,
I feel about
I'm
5.
falling.
Well, I think you're not.
I think-
I think you get.
I'm falling. Can I
lightly
grab
shoved.
him?
I think you get lightly shoved. You're not falling in because he's failed by 5. But you can if you
Oh,
want.
all right. Because if I was falling, I was going to pull him in with me.
I mean, you could just yank him in if you want.
Right, man, give me a sec because I got a message from my mother and I want to check what she needs.
Yeah, no problem.
No, it's, Chris, what are you doing in the meantime?
So I just grab him. Well, as I said, I will just shove him down the water with me. So I think I'm going to roll now.
Before you do that, Milano, I would like to slightly object as team leader. I don't think you would make him very happy doing so. That would be against your your role, would that not be treason?
Why not? I mean, if you'll get
He
in
has
the water
already
and just
told you
play
that the
around.
water is very hot and he didn't want to be in it any longer. That would make him unhappy, and that is against your objective.
Oh, my bad. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry, Derek.
It's okay. I just thought maybe you would like a wee see what the water's like. It's nice, spontaneous, it's fun.
Maybe later. Right now, that will make me unhappy as I want to have this mission.
Yeah,
be
but oh yeah, the
successful.
mission, of course. So we're still trying to find our equipment.
So, I would like to advance forward to the computer and try and use it to reroute the power to fabrication.
Okay. So that's fairly straightforward. So on the computer, it's saying that the the sewer venting system is damaged, and the reactor is currently overheating, which is why the power output is low. It also says that you've got knowledge about nuclear reactors and stuff, so I'll give you for free that normally what should happen in this circumstance is that the reactor should shut down entirely. At that point, other sectors will provide power to this sector, and everything should operate normally while the reactor gets fixed. However, the shutdown has been overridden in this instance, you can see on the screen, by Hank B MWS4. Yeah.
Same guy.
And trying to reroute power, you see that it says only low power, mission critical facilities to have power only, as stated by Hank B MWS4.
Okay.
I think we're going to find this Hank guy in the chief researcher's laboratory, causing problems from there.
So can I speak to you privately, GM?
You can send me you can send 10 perversity points to send me a private. Or you can speak in
I
private.
just
So,
want to speak
everyone,
to you
stop
quietly.
listening. Chris, what you say?
Don't listen to me. No, you can listen if you want, but don't listen. They've already took them off. Anyway.
That's not. That's not.
So my false clearance, can I use that to put myself to any clearance level?
Yeah, you need bigger successes on your power roll to get higher clearances.
Okay, so if blue, so am I still currently at green?
It probably reset with your nuclear.
Okay, so I would need what, 4 to get to blue?
4 success by 4 more to get to blue, or 5 to get to indigo.
Okay, so I'll roll that now. Then I'll roll that now, and then tell me how many points I'll need to.
Well, you don't know what your power rating is, so you have to tell me how much you're sinking into it.
What do you mean? How much?
So, like your skills has got a number. You've got a number like that for your mutant power, but you don't know what it is. I know what it is.
But if I fail, I can't use points. I just got to tell you.
You can roll and then tell me how many points you're spending, and then I will compare that to the power number.
Okay, so for example, if I was to roll it now, and add 2, then pretty much I'm quite likely to get at least 4 levels of clearance.
Who knows? Maybe.
Who knows? Okay, as long as I get a low number. Okay, well I got 2, so I'm gonna give you. Oh, do I want to roll high on this?
You want to roll low. You want to roll low as normal. So you roll quite high. How much power are you going to spend? How many first points are you going to spend?
Oh, I rolled 16. I was looking at Milanos. I'm gonna spend. How many have I got? I'll spend 12.
Okay, cool. All right.
Right, Chris.
So, all right. So, what happens here is as you guys as you examine the computer, you can focus on it. At the same time, Oliver, the air around you is getting very, very hot, and you can see the ground around you beginning to melt. There's this big haze of heat kind of coming up around you. Chris, you examine the computer, kind of typing and focusing, and behind you, I think you don't see this, but I think the other two see a missile become assembled in the air, fabricated out of the thin air behind you, and then it fires and hits the console and explodes. You can now change your clone number to 3.
All of us?
No, just Chris. He was right next to the console when he used his power of missile creation to create a missile and explode the console.
Somebody's a mutant.
Unauthorized mutant power use potentially. Yeah. Oliver, you're currently there's a whole bunch of heat surrounding you. The ground is melting beneath you.
So that's my new mutant power. Do I have the ability to switch that off? I'm not in
you can
control
try
of
to
it.
switch that off. Yeah,
Can I try and
check.
control it?
Yeah, roll me a power check.
No.
Oh, that doesn't look good. Yeah, you try to control it, but I'll give you a choice. You could either continue to be heating up and generating more and more heat, or you could stop heating up and not be and be back to normal. It's up to you.
I think stop heating up and going back to normal is going to involve dying, isn't it?
No, I promise you it won't. It won't be because I kill you instantly.
Let's see where this goes. I'm going to continue to overheat. Let's see where it goes.
You're still you're reminded of the door with the thermal runaway, and you're starting to get that kind of impression. Now, was that Emma? Sorry.
Yeah. I can see him heating up and things melting off, right?
Yeah, you can see him heating up and see melting. Yeah.
Can I like dart outside of the room, or is that locked?
No, you can dart out of the room. There's also like some sirens going off. There's a whole bunch of like steam and broken bits on the side of the reactor, and there's like things venting out of the reactor. There's a lot of green light glowing, coming out as well.
That's okay. I'm going the fuck out.
Okay, you're running out. Oliver, you sticking around? What are you doing?
No, I'm getting out of here as well.
Okay. You start running out, and you hear behind you, emergency, meltdown imminent, ejecting core, and then you hear a sound, followed by a distant explosion. All of the lights in the facility go out and then come back on as what, Chris, should have happened in the first place when the auxiliary power comes into from other regions. You guys go into fabrication and are met by Vasily RCKG3 as fabrication begins turning back on. and there's a bunch of machinery flying around. Some of it goes very close to Oliver, Derek here, but the mechanical arm sweeps in, it melts before it reaches Oliver and then crashes to the ground. The gangway that you're on is melting and beginning to warp as Oliver is incredibly high temperature.
And do we now see your equipment coming out of fabrication?
That and various equipment is being fabricated here. This isn't. So your equipment should have been provided by your equipment officer.
Aye, in R&D.
R&D should have provided you with some experimental equipment in the outfitting lab.
Okay.
So, but fabrication is active.
Fabrication is active, yes.
Okay, excellent. Team, what I need us to do just for a wee moment is wait until I have scanned the information so that we can provide this to our superiors. Okay, so just mind yourself, and I scan fabrication.
Don't stand
Sure,
too close
give-
to me.
Give
your own
me
safety.
a data search roll, Chris, to see how quickly you can do this, because at the moment Derek is kind of melting the thing everyone's standing on, so you kind of want to get your skates on with this.
Derek, can you fucking leave the room?
Yeah, I mean, if I will, if it's going to kill everybody, I might just do that, yeah. Or find somewhere that's thicker or more ceramic or something to stand on.
There doesn't. It's all quite delicate pathways. I mean, you could go back into the outfitting lab if you wish.
I think I might.
Okay. Between you and the outfitting lab, there appears to be a big iron melted door which won't open.
Ooh, I get to break this in all new ways. I'm gonna go and melt it further to
Alright.
melt a hole in it.
Give us a power roll. Okay, that is a tremendously, like, you call forth your
Johnny
energy
Blaze.
and blast, and this solid, thick metal door just instantly slags. Parts of it evaporate, and like molten iron sloshes down into some of the belly of the fabrication, causing yet more damage. As you do this, you manage to. That shuts down the runaway reaction. You found somewhere useful to put the energy, and you're now in control of your mutant power again.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So it doesn't matter how long it takes me to do that anymore, right?
No, I think just give me an agility roll to dodge like the drills and blades which are manufacturing things around you. Just one agility
Do I do
roll.
the same?
If you're hanging
the
around,
same.
if you're hanging out in fabrication, yes. If you go in, if you're
Oh,
going
I
into
said-
outfitting,
I said I'm going out. Like, I'm trying to put as much distance between melting pot and me.
Okay, so yeah, just basically. Okay, yeah, brilliant. So you get the data that you need for your superiors, and if unless there's anything else anyone wants to do in fabrication, we're back in the outfitting lab.
Wow, guys, that was close. Couple of saws flying past my head, things like that. Very cool, very nice.
I almost had a nuclear explosion inside my body, but I managed to stop it.
And there was a nuclear explosion outside of your body.
So, the next thing that we are required to do as part of our mission, we need to go to the biolabs, and yeah, there's some projects in there that apparently the traitors are trying to get their hands on. We need to destroy them before they get the opportunity.
All right then. Let's do this. We can do this. We're a team, right?
Yep. Let's go do our
And
job.
you know what they say? You know what they always say? Always look on the right side of life. Do 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 do. Always look on the right side of life. And because Chris is laughing, I'm getting a point.
I'm laughing because I'm very tempted to ask Friend Computer where you learned that song.
Not. I already
Alright.
asked. It is computer approved.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Um,
You guys headed to bioweapons then. There is a variety of rooms here. It looks like there's some more pharmaceutical manufacturing. There's some hospital. I have some like operating theaters kind of in the middle here. One looks quite dangerously damaged. There's a big heavy door with guns pointed at it as well at the far end, as well as a laser grid protecting the staircase up to there.
No people again, though.
So we want to find bioweapons. So is it clear that the bioweapons are like in behind the
This
big?
is the bioweapons sector. Yeah. There doesn't appear to be anything particularly interesting here, but there is a really
Secret
heavy
project is in there.
Potentially, yeah. That seems to be where you would keep it.
Yep, that's where I'm going. Got to pass those
Is
lasers.
there? All right, mate. You crack on. Before he destroys the place, by any chance, is there anything super futuristic sci-fi in this room?
All sorts of things. There's a whole bunch of like medical facilities. There's a whole bunch of like pharmaceutical creating
Weapons?
things. There's some gun turrets pointing at the door.
Is there any actual like weapons that I can pick up and use as a user weapon, like guns and flamethrowers and glue bazookas? Don't know why I thought of a glue bazooka, but it feels very paranoid.
Roll surveillance for me.
Roll surveillance. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, then I'm going to check what my surveillance is.
4. So fail by 2.
Yeah, I'll spend the 2.
Okay, yeah. There is near to the big heavy door. There is
cannon.
Not a glue cannon. No. There's a big thing which is in case of emergency break glass, and behind that is a plasma cannon.
Now, would you say that glass is a door or a window?
A window. I would say it's a
I'm
window.
still breaking it anyway.
All right, cool. Yeah, give me a.
What did you say it was a plasma cannon?
Yeah.
And what am I rolling there?
Unarmed combat.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to spend some points here, I think.
You're just off by 1.
Just 1, yeah. Okay.
Okay. You break the window. You've got a plasma cannon. It's like a big it's a huge underslung thing. It kind of looks like a ship's cannon, but it's got like these rings.
I think
of
I
plasma coils
think this
wrapped
is the right
around
time
it.
to take the narrow speciality. No.
I think this is it. I think this is the right time.
So
You're
I'm gonna-
now a specialism in plasma cannons.
So if my violence is 6, my plasma cannon would be 12.
Yes.
There we go. Done.
Nice. Chris, are you using any of the high tech stuff, or?
I was going to ask, yeah, how many items of advanced technology would there be in this room?
Quite a lot. I think. Why don't we just roll until I'll decide what each thing is, and you can roll some skills until you fail. I think it's a bit so I think okay. So that's what the first one is. So that's going to be a. Can I get a bioweapons roll for me, please?
Oh,
Nice. Okay,
very
brilliant.
nice.
Yeah, you find a device which injects people with viruses and rewrites their DNA to turn them into a snail. And so you've got so you can call that like a snail scrambler or something. I don't know. But yeah, you find like there's a test subject, like a rabbit, and you like piss it out and you turn the rabbit into a snail.
Okay, and then I immediately throw that to the ground and smash it.
Okay, brilliant.
Not fancy that one.
So, yeah, let's do the next item.
Yeah, cool. So the next item, yeah, okay, I know what the next item is. Give us I think a that one is going to be
It's a
energy
fail,
weapons
whatever it
roll.
is.
An energy weapons. Are you spending anything on that?
Let me see. My energy weapons is 12, so that's only 7. So
Yes.
yeah, I'll spend 7 on that.
Okay, cool. Yeah. This is a dentistry tool. It extracts teeth at an alarming rate.
Okay, so we can hardly use it on the rabbit.
What are you going to use it on, do you think?
Milano,
Uh,
can you come here for a moment, please?
the thin air is asking you to come towards it.
What?
Well,
The
she went
thin air is
invisible
asking
now.
you to come towards it.
Oh, Jesus.
Monsieur Leader, where are you?
Did he just disappear? We don't see him anymore.
You don't see him at the moment.
Oh, friend computer.
So,
Yes, Derek
I'm gonna-
RxO3.
I think one of our teammates may have accidentally contracted a mutation and it's unreported. Our team leader
You should
Vasily is
terminate
just...
this traitor.
Yeah, I can't see him, he's invisible.
You should terminate this traitor.
Thank you, friend computer. Thanks for your input.
You're welcome.
Can I see the floating teeth extractor?
No, I think that turns invisible as well. We'll say we're in
Oh.
combat for the moment.
Right.
But it doesn't necessarily mean you have to take combat actions. But maybe you do, maybe you don't. We'll start with you, Oliver. What are you doing?
I'm gonna just call out, Mr. Team Leader Vasily, if you report your mutation, I don't have to kill you.
Okay, and Emma, what are you doing?
I try to find him. Trying to locate from the last time he has to.
Okay,
went to
and
leave.
Chris?
I'm gonna use sleight of hand to slip the device into Milano's mouth to remove her teeth at an alarming rate.
Okay, cool. Just give me an we've already got a success on energy weapons for you, so you don't need to roll for that. You don't need to slip into their mouth. It works at range. So can I get a surveillance roll from you, Milano, please?
What from what?
A surveillance roll from you. I'm going to give you a +2 bonus on your skill because your teeth are heading in the direction of Chris, his character. So,
Yeah, so I have to get like a 4. Or well, technically a 6.
6, yeah. Give us a roll. Okay,
Bye,
so
teeth.
I think you're quite distracted at the moment by the pain, as all your teeth come flying out of your mouth. You are now in. Were you already injured? Have you?
I was from the other body. I forgot to change
Okay,
that.
so you're now injured, fresh. You also get a treason star for not keeping good track of your character sheet and updating that properly. So just add a treason star for that. That's fine. And
Fair.
you have no teeth. And team leader Derek is talking about registering a mutant power might be a useful thing to do here.
Might save me from having to kill you as a traitor, sir. What the fuck happened to your teeth? Because he's invisible, so I guess the item's invisible when he's touching it. All I saw was just her just standing there, and then all of a sudden her teeth just flying out of her mouth and with force and blood.
And then the teeth vanish as well.
And then they vanish. What the fuck was that? I'm just talking. I'm like, so yeah. I'm like, so team captain, I think you should. And it's like a double take. I'm like, what the fuck? Like an absolute double take moment.
So I'm gonna search for another advanced technology.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah, I know what it is. Brilliant. Emma, what are you doing? Emma, what are you doing?
Knowing that my teeth got sucked out from somewhere, and that maybe, just maybe, our traitorous invisible friend can also suck teeth out of people, I want to try to grab from where my teeth have been sucked out.
Okay. Brilliant. So can you roll me a unarmed combat? You're gonna have a. Sorry, Oliver, what are you doing? Got to check with you.
Nothing at the moment.
Okay,
I'm just
first.
I'm just like staring in awe at her teeth flying out of her mouth. I'm just staring. I'm not actually doing anything.
Okay, brilliant. Can you?
What do you say? Unarmed combat?
Yeah.
Unarmed combat. You're getting a penalty because you haven't successfully located where they are. And Chris, can you give me a medical roll, please? You're currently failing by 2 there, Emma.
Why?
Because I'm giving you a penalty for not knowing exactly where he is.
Okay, fair. I don't have points, so.
Vasily, you're currently failing there.
Where are you?
Medical. What one's that under? How much?
It's under wetware.
Oh yeah, that's shit. Oh damn. Do you know what? Even if I fail, I still use it, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, okay. Well then, I'm just gonna use it anyway. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna spend any points.
Brilliant. So, and Emma, were you spending points or not?
That might have been a very bad thing to do.
I do not have points.
Okay. All right. So I think that's fine. I think you still get some level of success here, because we're going to use it to explain Vasily's failure here. So Vasily, you find a machine which upgrades your heart to a more powerful machine, which lets you operate more efficiently. So you activate it, it pulls your heart out, but before it can put the new heart in, Milano grabs you from behind and pulls you, and then it puts this cybernetic heart into the air and just drops it. And you don't have a heart right now, and I think you're going to collapse pretty quick here. So you can go ahead and change to your 4th clone, I think. Oliver, the computer pipes up here and says, Derek RxO3, I informed you to destroy the traitor, and you seem to be doing nothing. How many treasons?
Oh, thank you, friend computer. I just can't seem to locate the traitor. Oh, in fact, friend computer, I seem to have I've located another traitor because I am now apparently a traitor. So,
please terminate the traitor.
I will see you all in the next clone.
All right, cool. Yeah. So each of you, Emma and Oliver, you can both get 5 perversity points for terminating a traitor. And you guys arrive in your new clones.
The other 2, of course.
Yeah, the other 2, yes.
Okay. Am I back in the room?
You're back in the room, yes.
Okay. Vasily, sir, have you just I'm Scottish now? Vasily, sir, have you?
You're Vasily.
I'm calling you Vasily, and I'm Vasily. I'm just you now, Derek. Um, Derek, have you destroyed the bioweapon yet with your flame power thing weird?
Destroyed the bioweapon? No. We're not destroying the bioweapon.
Oh no, we must destroy it so the traitors can't use it. This is why I was destroying the things that I was finding that were weapons.
No. We must protect the bioweapon and destroy the traitors.
No. I am the team leader. And like
I made you laugh. And you too. It's for me.
Tell me this, Derek. Are you disobeying a direct order from your team leader? It is our mission objective at which we have been given from Alpha Complex.
Is the bioweapon the secret project?
Yeah. There's a secret project in bioweapons. Yeah. I think you've determined that the secret project is behind the huge iron reinforced door.
No, I'm going to protect the bioweapon from the traitors. If you're attempting to destroy...
Are you remaining registered?
Am I remaining registered?
Yeah, as a mutant, yeah.
Oh, so can I be... so I've got the choice to be registered or no, because I've got my power under control now, I'm not going to register at this time.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to go stand in front of the laser and the turrets and the door with my gun.
Okay.
My pistol and my one. No, I've got no bullets left. Shit. They don't know that. They don't know that. Oh, I've got the plasma cannon, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to stand there with my plasma cannon. If you are going to attempt to destroy...
Did you not just say that you were going to walk in front of the turrets?
Property.
No, he's standing in front of the laser grid.
In front of the lasers. I'm standing here.
Okay.
If team captain, I'm afraid that your ranking is going to be obsolete and out the window if you attempt to destroy Alpha Complex property, and I'll be forced to terminate you. Fucking love this game.
The fact that I have no teeth gives me so much, and because Oliver is laughing, I'm going to add myself another point.
You can add another 2 from me as well for good RP.
Oh, that's funny. I guess that's how you're getting points, by making us laugh. I wonder if you can guess how I get mine.
Being cute. I don't know.
On the subject of Milano's teeth, when you go back and watch it, I recommend going back and watching it, Oliver, for your reaction when I said that the teeth extractor works at range. It was very good.
Yeah, that's so funny, man. It works at range. Fucking brilliant.
Wait, did you laugh at that too?
No, it wasn't a laugh from him. Because
yeah.
some expression of horror.
Yeah.
Yeah, Milano is asking you why you want to protect the bioweapon.
Because it's part of our mission, is to protect the bioweapon and to protect all of Alpha Complex's property from these traitors.
No, he is not the team leader and he does not know the objective. At the very beginning, he was looking to find out what the objective is, and I know what the objective is because I am the team leader.
But protecting Alpha Complex property is always our objective, when we're on mission or not. As good
But they
citizens
have
of Alpha
Our
Complex.
CKG 4. You appear to not be making progress. Have a treason staff.
All of us.
No, just him.
No, just Vasily. He's the team leader. Vasily, CKG4. You appear to have complained by saying "ha" at getting a treason star. Have a treason star. You also did not thank me for your treason star. Have a treason star.
Thank you, friend computer.
You are welcome.
Oh shit.
Vasily.
Um,
no, fine. Ignore me.
So, the computer terminal I can see just in the center of the room.
There's terminals all over the place. Yeah.
Does that is that got access to the security protocols for this?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Is there a big red button that would be hidden behind a firewall that says self-destruct?
Give me a hacking roll. Oh, that's pretty good. Success by bunch, I think, for you. Yeah, success by 7. You go over to the computer and you actually see there's an alert which says, warning, bioweapon is free. Do you wish to engage termination protocol? And you're like, yes. And then from behind the big iron door, you hear and just like a whole bunch of weapons firing. And then after a moment, it says termination complete.
Okay, team, we may leave bioweapons now. We have completed our objective. Now we must go and get the rest of our equipment so we can complete the next part.
Derek, RxOliver, you have failed to protect the secret weapon in bioweapons. Have 2 treason stars.
Thank you, friend computer.
You are welcome.
All of us get the treason star, or just
No,
Vasily?
just me.
Just the person who failed their mission. All right.
So
So where to now?
Go find this traitor, wherever it is. So back to, we're gonna go to the chief researcher's laboratory, aren't we, Chris?
I'm just reading. Sorry. Okay. Okay, so we need to retrieve our experimental equipment, which will assist us in our mission.
The R&D again.
Restore. Yeah, but there's no one there. So we should go to comms since the power's back on, and see if we can reinitiate comms.
Okay. So you guys head over to comms.
Yep, we'll set the comms.
You arrive at comms, and sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
She's just making no sounds.
Emma, what are you saying?
Oh, we're talking. She's just making sounds.
You arrive at comms and find that now that you have restored power to the sector, comms are on. You have succeeded that objective.
Hey.
Okay. So, I'll tell you guys what we get for that. So we get 1 question to the GM.
Well, you get 1 question to the GM.
Yeah. I get 1 question to the GM. So.
Do they go for earphones or?
What his favorite color is?
No. Because I want this to be
ask
a
him
good
what you had
question.
for breakfast.
We don't need to ask. We don't need to ask right now. But I have that, so we can ask that, so we can get this done. We're pretty close to the end of our objective here.
Who's his favorite Ninja Turtle?
So next one is locate the traitors and destroy them. So should we just flat out ask the GM where are the traitors located so that we can find them and kill them?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's our question.
Okay. The traitors are located in behind the unlocked door to the clone bank, which is the last room you've not looked at.
Could have worked that out without asking that question, guys.
Yeah, a bit worse of a question. I'm going to be honest with you.
And we'll never know. We'll never know what his fucking favourite colour is, you dick.
It's
What?
purple.
Oh, good choice.
What?
Good choice.
Sorry, guys. It like froze for a second. What did you say?
The
The traitors are in the clone bank.
traitors are in the clone bank.
Oh, okay,
The
cool.
one room that we haven't been to.
Let's go.
No, this chest. This is the clone bank and the researcher's laboratory.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, let me
Alright,
take the lead here with my big plasma cannon up front then.
Cool. You head into the clone bank and you see a bunch of clones in tanks. You can see on your heads-up display their names, and in fact on their tubes as well. They're labeled, and they all have the names of the traitorous troubleshooters. They're all on clone number 6. There are 2 empty ones you will note. One is labeled Derek RxO6, and one is labeled Vasily RCKG6, but they are currently empty.
Why are our clones missing? Does that mean someone's running around with my number 6 clone using it as a traitor? Is that what that means?
I don't. Probably would have been a good question to ask the GM.
It's a bit too late for that, isn't it?
It would have been a good question.
You still find, why don't you roll cloning for me, Oliver, since you've asked that question about cloning? So that's under wetware, so you're rolling at a 5.
Okay, I'll spend the 3.
Okay. So your clones shouldn't be here. Your clones are dispatched from your home sector, so your clones that live in RxO. You're in RIP. And upon examination, these don't seem to be clone growth tanks. These seem to be stasis chambers. It looks like so it looks like these bodies have been, these people have been put here,
Imprisoned.
put into stasis, rather than just being their clone.
Right, so this is where you come when number 6 gets in trouble. When it's the end of the line and you've got no more clones, they lock up number 6 if number 6 doesn't die.
That's not normally what happens, but that seems to be what's happening.
Seems to be what's going on here. Right, okay. I'm going to start looking for answers by ripping all these doors off these cryo-chambers.
Cool. Yeah. Tell you what, give me
find the answer.
It's gonna be quite difficult to do this. I think so. You can roll demolition just using your hands. So if you've got a
Plasma cannon.
Yeah, sure. Give me a plasma cannon roll.
Well, I'm thinking of just using the big back end of it because it's going to be a big heavy thing, like a pistol whip from this thing's going to break stuff.
I'm gonna say this works, but give me a hand weapons roll to see if you can do it without breaking the plasma cannon. So I think that's a fail on your hand weapon.
I can spend 4.
You can spend 4?
Yeah, oh yeah. How many doors do I
Okay.
manage to break?
All right. Yeah, you break open like 4 or 5. You realise that the bodies inside here are
Okay.
they are dead.
Did you say 5 or did you say 4 or 5?
About 5 or so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you realise the bodies in here are dead or very, very close to it. Yeah.
I can't find the answer by tearing off doors, team leader, I'm afraid. I tried.
That's all right.
Where's the traitors?
Oh. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? By any chance, is my head vibrating?
I don't think it is, unless you know something I don't.
So yeah, it's just because if there was another clone of me, then maybe it doesn't matter.
Emma's closed, by the way. Emma, can you speak? Can we hear you?
Turn the internet down.
Yeah, I think Emma's froze.
She sent a text message saying internet's down.
Oh, our internet's went down. Oh, we're gonna have a forced break here then. We'll wait for it to come back.
Oh yes. I was meant to take a bit. Yeah, let's take 10 and then we'll do the final confrontation.
Yeah, sweet. Okay.
Yeah, because we're so close to the end of this. Like,
And we are back from the THC break. Take it away, friend computer.
All right. So you have found the traitors. They're all in these stasis tubes. Your objective is to destroy the find and destroy the traitors. You've done one half of this task. Still got the other half to do. What are you all doing?
Cool. We've identified the traitors.
Yeah, they're in these stasis tubes.
So I'm going to destroy the tubes, starting with the doors.
All right. How are you doing that?
I'm actually, instead of hitting the doors with the plasma cannon, this time I'm actually just going to aim the plasma cannon at the doors and bang, blast it.
All right. Cool. Give me a plasma cannon roll.
Big success.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. So, I mean, going up to each one and going bang is not like I think an efficient way to use a plasma cannon. It's a huge thing. You set it up and you go tear it across the room, leaving glowing scars in the room, destroying all the tanks, which would be another 9 for your count.
Another 9 doors.
Yeah. And yeah, the room kind of collapses in, leaving a large door at the back, which opens up, and a man in a blue lab coat walks through. You see above his head his name, which
Hank.
is, you may have guessed, Hank B. MWS4. And he says, "Greetings, troubleshooters. You've been far more effective than others before you. Right.
He's the
you
traitor.
didn't hit- Yeah, okay. You just taking a shot at him.
I'm taking a shot at him.
All right.
I will call to my fellow troubleshooters. There's the traitor,
Okay.
comrades. Let's get him.
Wait, how close am I to this Hank?
You're like about half the room away. We're gonna go to combat time here, so we're gonna start. I think we know Oliver's doing. So Oliver, what are you doing? Just to confirm.
Shooting at the traitor.
All right, cool. Chris, what are you doing?
I'm going to I don't know, approach him and say, be more successful in what?
The person said, "Be more successful."
Yeah, is that not what he said?
He said that we've been more successful than the previous ones.
Oh, I see. Oh, yes.
So he's asking
All right,
what?
you're gonna approach him and speak to him. And Emma, what are you doing?
I'm going to put myself in the line of fire where Derek is shooting to prevent him from shooting Frank.
Okay, awesome. So, Derek, I want a plasma cannon roll from you. Emma, I want an agility roll from you. Chris, I would like a, I guess
bending the points.
interrogation roll from you.
Interrogation. Okay, I don't have anything in that, so that's alright.
Now, if I spend 4 points, it makes it a success. If I
Yes.
spend 15 points, I roll a 1. I'm going to spend 15 points.
So you don't get the 1 crit success thing, but you'll
No.
get an increased margin of success.
Yeah, I just want to get the best success I can.
All right, so then
I
15
did get a 7 on my agility, and if I remember correctly, I got an 8. Like
brilliant.
for-
So you're definitely jumping in the way. I think you take it. So I think you are completely vaporized, Milano, as you
Fair.
jump into the way by the plasma cannon. And Because of your degrees of success, Oliver, I'm going to say that was not your last shot. You've got one more. I was originally only going to give you 2 shots of the plasma cannon, but you've got one more. You've been efficient with the energy. Vasily, you begin speaking to Hank, and with a 20, I think the computer identifies you as in league with Hank and marks you for as a traitor.
Do I get the clone, Black?
You will do imminently, not quite yet. Hank is gonna use his turn to say, do you know why the ancient people surrendered their power, surrendered their control to an unfeeling, unloving computer which makes decisions purely on logic? Because it was kinder than man. And then his skin begins to glow red. All right, next turn. He spends his turn monologuing. All right, Emma, you're not here for this turn. Chris, what are you doing?
Wait, wouldn't Oliver get like a star because he technically shot at a non-treacherous person? Mostly because someone got in the way.
No one's reported it yet, so.
Okay, gotcha.
So I think I'm going to run towards my new companion and give him a very sharp hug.
Nice, okay. Oliver, what are you doing?
I'm going to take my last shot right at this Hank guy's head.
All right, brilliant. And he's going to use his heat emission power to try and melt the person coming towards him. I think first we're going to do his heat emission versus your armor scale. So give us an armor roll.
Hey.
Right. Are you happy with that? Because you don't know what your power rate. Degrees of success matters here.
Spend 3, Chris. Get a 1. Spend 3.
Yeah, guess I'll spend 3.
All right, brilliant. Yeah, he blasts you with a beam of heat. It your skin turns into scales and it deflects off, doing you no damage whatsoever. Oliver, give me a plasma cannon roll.
I'm going to spend all the points.
Eric in the
Spending
face.
all the points. I'll spend 6 points and roll a 1. And
All right.
And have 11 degrees of success.
You know, 11 degrees of success with a plasma cannon. And this guy does not have any defensive abilities. Yeah, you just take him from completely uninjured to vaporized. Blasting him away.
Can I remind you of something on my character sheet that relates to doing that someday?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
I think it's not. I think that is the last thing which is happening here. So I'm not sure how relevant, but you have succeeded in that goal. And I think with Hank destroyed. His clone and the clone of Milano mysteriously don't reappear here. They should have. Normally you get redirected to where you should be, but they don't reappear here. And that is where we will end. You've successfully completed all your missions by the computer and claimed Sector RIP from the traitor Hank BMWS4, or Hank BMWS5 now. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what was going? Did you guys figure out what was going on?
Not a fucking clue, mate. Paranoia. I don't have a fucking clue what's going on, or who I am, or who you are. Or what.
I
Chris,
think
any idea?
I'll let yeah, Chris, do you have any idea?
I think Hank was trying to collect last clones of people so that like he could control them and then revolt against the computer.
Not a bad thought. Emma, do you want to explain what's going on?
What was going on was the fact that Hank was collecting mutations, getting people from the can I say it like everything?
Yeah.
For
And
from the Zion secret society, a society that believes that the mutants are the next evolution of humanity, and the actual heroes of everything. Hank wants to get all of these mutants to rise up against the machine, and for that he needed many of them to have different powers and to not always have the same one when they wake up. So each time you woke up and got a new power, that's what Hank's doing, because all of the different clone machines, they were prepared to have you have a new power each time you woke up. Everyone except Melano, because Melano had the power to control other powers. She could activate anyone's powers whenever she wanted to. So all those times you guys were activating your powers was me.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bravo,
Secret messages. It was pending success to activate their powers, but Emma rolled very high on their power rating for their power. So
And you wrote that scenario, Bradley, yeah?
yes,
Fabulous.
yes,
Absolutely fabulous.
Yeah.
I loved it.
brilliant. I'm glad you liked it. So Oliver, Derek obviously started with weather control, which is very useful indoors.
Invisibility.
Yeah, then we went into invisibility,
And the heat
at a power
emission.
rating of 9. Then you got heat emission, which started at 16 and went to 17 when you got irradiated. So very powerful heat emission. And you finished with molding, the ability to mold material. Had you gone to more clones, you would have gotten incredible martial art powers and finally elasticity.
Ooh.
Chris started off with false clearance, so he could appear as higher level clearance citizens.
Ooh.
He then went to missile creation, which wasn't just like actual like rocket missiles. You can get bullets and throwing daggers and stuff, but I think a small missile was about right for his number of successes. And then I did randomly roll these powers. He also got invisibility on clone number 3. Clone number 4 had armor skin, and then clone number 5 for Chris had invisibility again. So somehow rolled invisibility 3 times for you guys.
Sounds very cool.
Yeah, that was 3 blind mice. Thanks for playing, everyone.
Thank you very much for running
Fun.
it, Bradley. It was absolutely fantastic. Chris and Emma, thanks for playing with me. Paranoia was just as fun as I expected it would be. So, viewers,
Yeah.
that was 3 blind mice from the wonderful mind of Mr. Bradley. I'm RxOliver. These are my friends. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, happiness is mandatory and everything is treason.
And always look on the bright side.
And always look on the bright side of life. Bye.
Bye.